We hope you're all having a good day. So today's show is all about Wakefield brides and grooms, Wakefield wedding venues, and Wakefield wedding suppliers, or at least people that cover that area. We've got 10 amazing suppliers lined up to present to you, including a news from Wedding Fairs Yorkshire, a little catch up with us, just to let you know what we're up to and what we've got coming up. Information about the show. This is our last true virtual show. We do have another one next week, but that's a hybrid event. I'll explain a little bit about that shortly. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. But yeah, we'll get to that in a short while. This show, we would like you to treat it just like you would a normal wedding fair. And what we mean by that is that it's interactive. Okay, so you can talk to the suppliers that are in the presentations.
Natasha Stan says hello. She's got first comment.
Natasha, first comment. Good afternoon. Hope you're well.
Alana Jennings says hello, Hudder.
Alana Jennings. Good afternoon to you.
Kingston Jewelers says good morning to everybody.
Good morning to Kingston Jewelers as well. Well, we're all off to a great start. Good afternoon, even. Yes. So we'd like you to treat these shows as they are normal wedding fairs. We want you to entourage. Remute that. Thank you. Yeah, so please tag your friends, give your friends, your family, your bridal party, whoever you're watching with, a shout and ask them to watch this. Some of these suppliers do use music. If that does happen, sometimes Facebook does disconnect the feed due to copyright strikes. It doesn't care whether we've got the rights to this music or not. It just disconnects. If that does happen, please bear with us just a couple of minutes while we sort that out. So I'll quickly run through what suppliers we've got lined up to present to you today before we kick off today's show. Opening the event, as always, is Alicia Violinist, an amazing violinist, travels the length and breadth of the country. She's very excited to get back to weddings, and I'm sure she will tell you. An award-winning violinist. She's kicking off the show at 12 o'clock. Shortly after that...
So Jill Matthews just says hello, looking forward to a fabulous show.
Jill Matthews, hello to you. Looking forward to seeing you at some events soon. Platinum Bridal we have on at 15:15. Sam, she's going to talk through the unique kind of experience she can give you when you inquire with her and go through to see some of her bridal gowns.
Lindsay Fagan says hello from YouTube.
Lindsay Fagan, hello from YouTube to you too. Kingston Jewelers is tuning in at 12:30. I think that's a pre-recorded video. But Sarah always does a great presentation. She's a long-established jewellery shop in Barnsley in the arcade. Been there a long, long time. She really knows her onions. 12:45, Tracy from Stylish Settings will be tuning in for her live video. Now, in the past, she has decorated some of her garden, some of her grounds, her summer house with some of her amazing venue styling kit. News from Wedding Fairs Yorkshire at us at 1 o'clock, just kind of running through what shows we got coming up and how we can help you plan your big day. At 1:15, we tune into Lloyd and Tom from Gemini Photography. Those are a double team. They can talk you through how they can kind of capture your wedding through photography and videography. They've got some amazing packages, and it's a really exciting show, that part. At Jellybean Photo Booth, we've got Adam, Stacey, Natasha, and God knows who else tuning in for that one. They guys are full of fun. They put their life and soul into providing photo booths and magic mirrors and into weddings. But always a great presentation. Katrina's Bespoke Cakes at 1:45. She's going to be tuning in and talking through the wonderful service that she provides. All things cake, the different styles you can do, the different flavours. She's got some sample boxes that she tells you about as well. So another great shout.
Jane from Simply Stylish says good morning, everybody.
Jane from Simply Stylish. Hello, how are you? I hope you're all good. 2 o'clock then we go over to Sally Ann, who's going to be doing a quick tour of her studio, her bridal studio in Batley. Her and Nigel hopefully will be tuning in. She does a fantastic tour of the store, just showing you kind of little sections that she's got and talking you through the experience you might get when making an appointment with her for your bridal gown.
Katrina's Bespoke Cake says good morning all.
Katrina's Bespoke Cake. It is a full house this morning. I hope you are well, Katrina. Just been talking your cakes up. 11. 2:15, we go to Karen at Get Gorgeous Makeup and Hair. She's done a few shows with us now as Karen, and honestly, we go away enlightened by some of the tips that she's kind of explained, stuff that we had no idea about, but there's some real good information from Karen every week, some real insider information. And then we finish off today's show at 2:30 with Charlotte Elizabeth Photography. She's lovely. She does a really nice chill talk through one of her albums and talks you through the wedding day with pictures. It's fantastic. Again, so a fantastic lineup, I think, this week's show. Very fitting considering it's our last true virtual show. So, guys, again, hopefully you've tagged some of your friends by now, and we can all enjoy the show together. Please ask these suppliers as many questions as you've got. They're just so keen to present to you and help you as much as they can. So I will hand it over now to Alicia, the amazing violinist, to open today's show, and we will see you at about 1 o'clock. See you soon.
Everyone, now I see I'm live. Nice to see you again all, and I'm happy to open this show, and I'm extremely excited. I'm waiting for next Sunday because we all gonna meet at the real venue and we will have real event. We can see all suppliers, we can see the happy brides and grooms. So that's gonna be one of the happiest Sunday in whole this year. So today I'm gonna play for you with my acoustic violin. Well, my name is Alicia. I hope many people know me. And today I want to play for you 3 tunes, which are absolutely different ones. So enjoy. Well, according to the Facebook rules, I'm not able to play whole tunes. So let's go to the second one. Well, as you see, different music, which is very requested for any kind of weddings. And the last one, maybe not very expectable, but still popular. plate for the newlyweds entrance. Yes, very, very interesting. So how different people are. What a different choice they have. So for entrance, it's not popular only Canon in D by Pachelbel or, for example, 1000 Years by Perry. Mr. Still Dre is popular as well. So shortly about me, I play acoustic violin and electric violin, which is absolutely beautiful. I do any kind of music. I have full sound system, which is included in the rate. So you don't need to take care about the sound system, about the lights as well. And very excited to see all of you next Sunday. All information on Wedding Fairs Yorkshire team page. So follow us, stay with us, and see you next Sunday. Bye.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Sam, and I am Platinum Bridal Boutique. I'm based in Wakefield. I'm slightly different to a lot of bridal boutiques in that I operate from my home. It doesn't mean you've got any less choice. There's still plenty of gowns to choose from, lots of different styles, lots of different sizes. It's nice and intimate. It is only you that comes in at any one time, so it is a very intimate setting. Separate room to change as well, so don't worry, you're not going to flash anybody you don't want to. We keep that bit private, just me and you. This past few weeks has been fantastic to be back open, welcoming brides back, selling dresses. They've been flying off the racks like there's no tomorrow, which is fantastic. Thank you, Leslie. I'm very happy with my choice of gowns. I'm over the moon with my new supplier. They're selling really well. I've got lots of customers waiting on some more that I've got coming in a few weeks' time. So I'm excited for those to arrive as well. What I'm more excited about is actually being able to get back and do proper wedding fairs where I'm not sat talking to myself on a screen, and that I can actually talk to people. The tennis was good, thanks. Yeah, we did really well. We won. And in fact, if the weather keeps off, there should be another game this afternoon, hopefully. Hi, Lindsay. So a little bit more about me and my boutique. I've been in the wedding industry now for 4.5 years. I did have a shop, and then luckily for me, I closed it just before lockdown. Moved into a different facility and then moved it home in about August time, and I love it at home. I have the flexibility to see my brides when it suits both of us. I do work full-time as well, so I do this around my full-time job. I guess you would call it a very expensive hobby, but being part of that journey of somebody finding a dress is really quite special. Having the dresses in my house, if I'm feeling a little bit sad, I just walk into my bridal room, look at all my pretty dresses. I'm happy again. Hi, Catherine. I have now a really great supplier of dresses, which means that the price point on my new dresses is below £600, which I have checked every single dress that's come in, as I would anyway, regardless of who manufactures it, just to see what's wrong with them, because a wedding dress under £600, I'm convinced there's something wrong with them, but I can't find anything. I've checked the stitching, I've checked the lace, I've checked the seams, that everything lines up, and seriously, cannot find anything wrong with them. And for less than 600, the majority of them are 550, which for a wedding dress, not everybody's got the budget for that, to pay the £1,500 that you can pay for the designer names. It's a big difference. This past 12 months, although it's probably longer than that now, has been tough on a lot of people, the wedding industry especially. But people have been out of work. They've been struggling. They've been on furlough. They've lost their jobs, or like me, have their own little business, and it's just been a tough year. So not only do people sometimes not have the budget, they also don't want to spend £1,200-1,500 on a dress for one day. So having a stunning dress for less than £600 now, craziness. Do you carry any designers now or just your own? I do have some designers. So I've got a couple of Maury Lee, a couple of Ronald Joyce, and I think I've got a couple of Tiffany's left. Maury Lee's been proving very popular this week, and as they've been flying out the door, as well as obviously my brand is for the as I say, for the price point, they're going really well. So this past couple of weeks has been very busy, and for me to be part of that process has been wonderful. There's been some fantastic reviews left as well on Facebook for me, which it still staggers me that people take the time to write a review, and whether it's good review or something I need to work on, I'm happy to receive any of those comments. Luckily for me, they're all good reviews, which yeah, I love that. I love getting that review and it being a good one. I do pride myself in being a non-serious, non-pressure kind of person. We'll have a laugh and a joke, and I encourage people to think about their purchase before they do it. I'm not pressure seller. I hate it when people try to force me into buying something. This is a massive decision, emotionally, financially. It is too big a decision. If you want to buy on your first visit, I'm more than happy to take that order from you. But I encourage people to think about it overnight first. Am I nominated for the Wedding Awards? I don't think so. It would be lovely if I was, but I don't think I am. So not only do I do wedding dresses, a pretty dress at a low price. Who doesn't want a pretty dress at a low price, right? This one at the side of me, this is actually one of the new dresses. I can't remember if I've shown this one before. It's got a really lovely beaded bodice, tiny beaded straps, really big full skirt, excuse the clips, really nice see-through lace back as well. So this is one of the new ones, and this is £5.50, which is an incredible price. And the one thing that this supplier does, if for example you loved everything about this dress but you wanted a tiered skirt, fine, no problem, can do that. If there was a dress that had a bit of sparkle in the skirt and you didn't want that, fine, I can have it made without the sparkle. Having the ability to make custom changes to dresses and still keeping it below £600, what is there not to like? Some of the custom changes may add a little bit onto the price, but we will keep that to an absolute minimum. You mentioned that you designed some of the new ones yourself last time. How does that work? Do you just sell the ones you have, or can clients mix and match? Absolutely, you can mix and match. Obviously, you need an idea of what you want. If there's a picture of what you love, something you want to try, and it's not quite what I've got in, then yes, we can get it made. It is tough, Lindsay, when you're a larger girl. I'm the same. I've got a lot of dresses here that I would never fit in. I generally don't tend to get samples in less than a 14, but I've started bringing in 18s, 20s, and I've got a couple on order that are 20. I want to say a 24 and a 26. They should be coming in mid-June. I am only a small boutique, so there's only so much room I have for dresses. Obviously, I would love to cater for every single style in every single size, but I just don't have the room for that. However, I will say to you, if there is a dress you absolutely love that's out of the range I can order in, then I will happily order you that dress. And if you don't like it, there's no pressure to buy it. That's what I could feel comfortable doing with this new brand, because the price point is so good. I think that if you love a dress and once it arrives in the right size for you, I am confident that if you do not love that dress, then I will not expect you to buy it. I will sell that to somebody else. It is difficult to cater for every single dress. That my supplier has a massive amount of different styles and designs, and I would love to carry every single one of them, but I just don't have the room. If I won the lottery, then that's a different story. One of everything, please. But unfortunately, I don't have the room to stock everything. I am getting more and more in as I'm selling my older designer labels, which once they're gone, they're gone. Then I will be bringing more and more styles in from my current supplier, because I'm so impressed with them from a customer service point of view, from a delivery time scale, which is 2 to 3 months, which they can do rush cuts as well. So if you were in need of something a bit quicker than that, then they can do that. There would be a slight increase on price, because it wouldn't then be part of a larger order, and the carriage then to get it across to me would need to be negotiated, shall we say. But having the flexibility of a short time scale, customization, a fantastic price point. I can't stress that enough on how many times I get asked for dresses that are less than £700-800. Well, I can do that, and I can do that quite easily with the stock that I now have, and I'm really proud of that fact. As well as dresses, I have accessories. So I have veils and I have tiaras. I'm not wearing a tiara, but I have one here. This one's one of my more popular headbands, so it doesn't sit proud, it sits nice and flat to the head. And also my most popular veil, which is a little sparkly number. So if you went for something that has a plainer skirt, you can always put a veil that's got a sparkle, which then takes a bit of interest, down the back of the train. I've got to unpin it first, Catherine. Let's see if I can do it without stabbing myself. So we have some veils, headpieces, combs, got a little bit of jewellery left. Underskirts. So underskirts, there we go. Beautiful. Put it forward a bit. Underskirts. I don't think anybody realises just how important underskirts are when it comes to a dress with volume. Anything that has any kind of netting underneath, so a bigger skirt, fishtail, a hooped underskirt is an absolute must. Now, it's not to change, unless you want it to, it's not to change the volume of the dress, it's not to change how it sits, it is purely a functional piece of clothing. It's not attractive. It's purely to keep the dress away from your legs and to help it from gathering between your legs as you're walking. You need to be as comfortable as you can be, and that's what the hoop's for. I think the tiara should be a required uniform for all fairs. I'm kind of getting, yeah, I think I agree. I mean, I say I'm going to do it every time, and I don't, because I think people will think I'm a bit mad. I am, but that's, it's by the by. So we've done veils, we've done tiaras, we've done dresses. I've got a couple of the bride dresses left. I've put out some photos on my Facebook page on some bridesmaids dresses and mother of the bride I've got left. Now, they are one-offs. I have one of everything left, and it's purely just X stock that I'm getting rid of. I can't order them anymore, and also I want to focus on my brides, and because I've got little room, then I absolutely need to focus on brides. You have that fairy godmother vibe. Okay, I'm quite liking that. I am so happy to be back open. I know, people are still a bit cautious, and that is absolutely the right way to be. However, we need to get things back on track. Can we wear one of your tiaras to sell our wedding rings? Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think you need to ask if you can wear a tiara. I think you should just wear one. Why not? This next few months is still going to be really tough for a lot of people. We have postponements and people that are still not prepared for whether they can have their wedding or not. Don't worry, we've still got off the rack dresses, and we can still order things in quickly. So if you have a wedding this year and you're worrying about your dress, please don't. I will fit you in. Diary is quite full, but I will fit you in if you are short on time, and we will hopefully find you a dress that we can get in time, or take one off the rack so you know you've got something to wear on your big day. If in the meantime you have any questions or you want a video chat for anything, then please just drop me a message. Thank you, that was perfect timing. Either using the contact form on the website or through Facebook. It's the easiest way to get hold of me, and you can drop me a message any time of the day and I will come back to you as soon as I can. If you want video chats, if you want phone calls, if you just want a chat through something, please just give me a ring and we will talk about whatever you want to talk about. Well, as long as it's about bridal, obviously. I mean, I'm open to random conversations, but generally it is about bridal gowns. If you would like to make an appointment, drop me a message. We can get you booked in as soon as I can fit you in. Generally Saturdays, I can do a couple of evenings in the week, and I will do the occasional Sunday morning, not Sunday afternoons. That interferes with my tennis too much. And it's the only time I get out and have some exercise and some fresh air, so trust me, I need it. I can't wait to see more brides coming in over the next few weeks. I'm super excited to get back into the swing of it, get back out there, doing some live wedding fairs. Can't wait for Leeds Armories in October. Super excited about that one. I will be pretty much packing up my whole dress collection and bringing it all with me. So I can't wait for people to see that and be part of such an amazing event. We had the time of our lives 2 years ago. Obviously we couldn't do last year. So yeah, really looking forward to doing Leeds Armories this year. So I think that's me in a nutshell, really. As you can tell, I'm not a serious person. I do try to make it non-stressful. So if you want an appointment, please drop me a message. We'll get you booked in as soon as we can. If you want to dress under 600 quid, yeah, I can do that easy. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a fab day, and hopefully I will see you all very soon. Bye.
Good afternoon, everybody. Are you getting married soon? Are you looking for your wedding rings? Are you looking for other suppliers to do with the wedding industry? Dresses, cakes? If so, please like Wedding Fairs Yorkshire Facebook page, and you'll be able to come and visit the live virtual wedding fairs until we can start the new ones up. I'm going to turn this around so I can say hello to you personally. I'm Sarah, owner of Kingston Jewellers in Barnsley. We've been here 40 years, specialising in engagement and wedding rings, all sorts of jewellery, jewellery repairs. But obviously today I'm going to tell you a little bit about wedding rings and hopefully answer a few questions that you might have as well. You can contact me while the wedding fair is going on, and I can reply to any questions you might have. So that's the outside of our shop there, and you've got our address and contact details, or you can like our Facebook page, Kingston Jewellers Barnsley, and learn a lot more information there. Right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about gents wedding rings, ladies diamond wedding rings, including shaped wedding rings, and also the traditional wedding rings, which are the plain ones. But I think I'm going to start today with the diamond wedding rings for ladies. And what I'd say to you is ring and make an appointment on 01226 770 878. I have a few appointments already booked in, and we can give you our undivided attention. All these wedding rings are made bespoke for you, and if you have an engagement ring, please wear it when you come in, because obviously you need to see how it sits next to these beautiful wedding rings. And if you've got an unusual shaped one, we can help you there. We have plenty of shaped wedding rings. We make them in all metals, as you can see, in 9 and 18 carat, white, yellow or rose gold, palladium or platinum. And here's a few in yellow gold. It's nice to see the difference in the colour. And then the half eternity diamond ones do tend to be the most popular, especially when you've got a plain solitaire, which is your traditional engagement ring. And we've got them slightly wider ones there. It's nice to see all the different styles. And then some shaped. And then some more in yellow gold, some vintage at the top there. And then claw set down the bottom. That's a 1 carat 2 row down the bottom at $13.50. And then we've got it in white gold. And again, when they're made in platinum, they will look just like the white gold, obviously, but it'd be a slightly different metal. Platinum doesn't need re-whitening like white gold, but we do re-whitening. We do a lot of re-whitening, which is called rhodium plating. We charge £25, and it makes your ring looking like new. These new 3-row are new in, they're lovely. Bridal sets as well. You might not have your engagement ring. We have plenty of engagement rings in the store. Many have 30% off at the moment, so you could get your engagement ring and your wedding ring together if you wish. I'm going to go back to the main tray because these are our most popular ones. They're the channel set in all different widths. So this is the same style but in different widths, depending on what sort of thickness you want. So those ones were for the round brilliant cut stones, but you might have a square princess cut stone. So these are your square princess cut, so it can match your engagement ring. And then you've got the round baguette channel. So if you've got an emerald cut ring, these would go nice because you've got your baguette, which is like an emerald cut, interspersed with your round diamonds. And these have got a little mill grain, which is like a bobbly edge on the outside of the wedding ring, and I think it makes them look quite vintage. And then that's a slightly different setting called a French pavé. You've got your 2-row there, and then you've got also a claw setting. A lot of solitaires are set in claw settings, so this style here, the mini claw, would match your engagement ring. Then we've got some different styles down here, different widths if you want a wider one set with diamonds, a plaited one, and then we've got some shaped ones there, which leads me on to my shaped trays. We've got some in yellow gold here. So if you come in with your engagement ring, a lot of ladies say, I cannot find a wedding ring to fit around my engagement ring. I don't think we've ever turned anybody away not being able to do that for them, because if you can't find one from our lovely selection here, we can have one made and designed for you by CAD Design that will snugly fit with your ring. Now, people are often asked me, how long is it should I come and look for wedding rings before I get married? We have various times. Some brides come in, we've had some brides come in 3 years before, 2 years before, 1 year before. But if you're sort of leaving it, an ideal time would be 6 months to a year before, because then what you can do, if there's one that you like, you can put a 10% deposit down and do monthly payments, either in store or over the phone. And we find that's very popular, spreading your costs. I'm now going to go on to the gents' wedding rings. These are a new selection that we have in here. Whenever I speak to a prospective groom, they usually say, I'm not used to wearing rings, I don't think I'll ever get used to them. And when they try them on, they say, I don't want anything too tight. But you find once we've measured your finger, and most of these rings are a quartz style, so they're called a comfort fit. So they're rounded on the insides, so they're very comfortable on. And usually I get gentlemen coming back to me after they're married and they'll say, I don't even notice my wedding rings on. That's an unusual one, like a feather cut. All these prices are silver, so all the prices are 150. And then when you see the rings here, which are 9 carat yellow gold, they're 545. We can have all these made in silver as well. So really, it's what your budget is, what you wish to spend, and then obviously the width and the weight decides the price as well. We also do very wide wedding rings, so you've got 10mm down there. And then we've got some more here. We've got titanium. Now titanium's quite, a lot of gentlemen ask me about titanium. We do sell them, but over the years your finger will change size. Titanium you can only resize up or down one size. So in 10 years time you might not be able to wear your wedding ring. So I usually say, if it was me, I'd go for a gold one because they're very hard wearing. They do need rhodium plating once a year, but that makes them look brand new. Or platinum you could go for, which doesn't need rhodium plating, but that's a little bit dearer. Or silver, which doesn't need it either, and they're 150. Oh, gents cufflinks, got plenty of those in the shop. We can also personalise your ring, so you can choose any ring, any colour, any width. That fingerprint one, we've done a few of those. You've got Roman numerals, some more Roman numerals up there. We've had a Lord of the Rings inscription, we've had personal inscriptions. There is an extra charge depending on how much you have written of up to £100. We also do engraving inside the wedding ring, and a lot of brides will have the bride's initial followed by the groom's initial and the wedding date, and that costs £20. So that's a nice personal touch. And I always say to the grooms, you won't forget your anniversary because you can look inside your wedding ring. And then we've also got your classic traditional wedding rings. These have come back a lot more popular. It's something our grandparents and great-grandparents used to wear. So we've got the different shapes here, D shape, that's flat in the inside and rounded on the outside. You've got those which are flat on the outside and rounded on the inside. So that's a comfort fit again, I told you about previously. And you've got that slightly rounded on the outside, the soft court, and comfortable on the inside. And then you've got your traditional court, which is more rounded on the outside, but also on the inside. So that's a comfort fit. And here it says we only got up to 7mm, but we can go wider. The most popular for men, I would say, is the 6mm. And these prices are for 9 carat gold. Again, we can make them in all metals. And then for the ladies, probably about 2.5, 3mm is most popular, but at 2mm we do as well, which is very narrow. We've also got some here which are patterned. That's one of my favourite sets. Nice and sparkly diamond cut. And you've got mill-edged, a few platinum there. And then we've got some yellow gold. There we've got the diamond cut ones again. And then we've got some plain here. As you see, you've got a 9 carat white gold ring there, wedding ring, solid, hallmarked for £190. So we do suit all budgets. We've sold them from that price right upwards. It's your choice. Platinum's becoming more popular for ladies. Nice and hard wearing. Rose gold. We've sold a few of those, rose gold. Oh, and we've got pocket watches on the end. Very popular for the grooms and the best man. I like that one. You've got the skeleton watch there. One that closes and opens. And then a silver one there. Very tiny selection of bridal jewellery. We've got lots of lovely pendants and earrings in silver, Swarovski crystals, Swarovski zirconia, which is imitation diamond, beautiful and sparkling. So if you need some bridal jewellery or for your bridesmaids, and I've shown you the cufflinks. So please come and see us at 24 The Arcade. I'm taking appointments now. Please ring me on 01226 770 878 or contact me, Messenger, Facebook, whichever way you like, and I will be gladly able to help you. Thank you very much for listening, and your wedding rings are made with thought and happiness and love. Thank you. Bye.
Afternoon, everybody. I'm Tracy from Stylish Settings. I'm a venue dresser. situated in Doncaster, so we cover Doncaster and all the surrounding areas. I'm just going to go through a little of what we can offer you today. So I'm coming to you from my summer house, so it's very limited to what I can show you. So if you have any questions, by all means, fire away whenever throughout my stint. So I'll start. I'm just going to flip my camera around. I'm just going to talk briefly about, there we go, about backgrounds. So we have backdrops. So this is a gorgeous popular backdrop. So this is a flower wall. It's made up of cream roses, pink roses, and orchids and foliage. So you can see just a close up. It is artificial, but it's about 2 meters wide, about 6 foot high. Makes a stunning backdrop for any wedding or any occasion, special occasion. Makes a nice photographic background for people, your guests, family and friends. Alternative to that, we do that in like a foliage one. So we do have all foliage. So it's just all foliage as opposed to all the flowers that you can see there. We also do these gorgeous velvet curtains. So you can see these are demonstrated today in cream. And we've got like a rustic brown gold colour. They are 3 meters in length backdrop, so they can be used with a twinkle backdrop, which I can't demonstrate to you today because obviously it's too big to go up. But they can sit be it in front of the backdrop, or they can sit on their own if you didn't want the twinkle backdrop as well. I've just dressed these today with a few flowers. So we've done cream roses on this one where it gathers, and we've done red roses on that one there. That can be alternate. They are artificial flowers. Again, alternates can be used. So we can use fresh flowers. We can just use foliage. We can just put twinkly lights. Across the top, we've got some red roses. So you can see there. I haven't put any twinkly lights on it, but you can put twinkly lights on these. Again, this backdrop at the top, you can just have foliage. You don't have to have anything. It's just something to think about and just give people ideas of what we can and can't do. So that's just the backdrops there. Like I say, we do have a 6 meter twinkle backdrop, which has got lights, flashing lights, twinkly lights, and we can use that as well. So I'm just going to go into the table decorations. So we offer a wide range of table decorations. This one here is just like a gold stand with some feathers and cream roses and foliage. And then we've got the glass vases, which demonstrating here is just like the cocktail glasses. Large, we do them large. That's a large one. We do them large, we do them small ones. And we have some glassware at the back there, which is all empty. It's just to demonstrate that there are alternatives to what you can see. And like I said, this is a small selection of what we offer. That's like a fish bowl. We also offer different tableware. So these are like, this is like a gold plate, glittery plate, which can be used to decorate any tables alongside all the confetti that you can see here. So we've just got some paper confetti here, which is gold and pinks. We've got like diamante discs and hearts there. We do have an alternate to that, which is a wooden confetti, which is a heart-shaped confetti, or we have the little drops like you can see there. That's like an off-white goldy colour. Again, they can be done in different colours. They can be blues, pinks, greens, whatever colour theme you've got. So alternate to flowers, we do have like candelabras. This one's just quite a tall one. And it's just decorated with crystals at the moment. So we've got these gorgeous crystals on it. Again, that can be dressed with foliage on it, twinkly lights, different coloured candles. That is quite a large candelabra. Like I say, we do smaller ones. Okay, so I'm just going to move over here. This is another popular design people like. Again, this is just like a mirrored disc on the bottom, and we can change that to meet whatever theme you've got. This is just a 3 vases, tiered vases, which has got like water, floating candles and roses in there. That again can be done with any flower that you want. It can be artificial, it can be fresh flowers, it can just be candles. They do float on the top of the water, so they look really nice. Obviously, for safety precautions, you would have to ask the venue if that is a possibility to light them. This is what I call our memory tree. I have a lot of people asking me about incorporating past loved ones, members of family, friends who have passed away, and unfortunately can't be with them on the day, and they want to incorporate them into their special day. So I've created this memory tree, and what we do is it's demonstrated today in white. So we have a white tree, we have gold, we have silver, and what we do is we just put pictures of the loved ones that have passed away in these little brass photo frames there, and that can stand on the cake table, it can stand anywhere within the venue, and be seen by all your guests and friends, and obviously you know that your loved ones are with you. Alternate to that, we can just display these glass balls here. I have got an orchid in them today. You can put little tea lights in there. You can put other alternative flowers. You could just put the twinkly lights in there and dress that up. That would look lovely. And then these are just some little accessories that we've got. So we've got the bride and groom. We have hearts. We have different crates. Like I said, it is difficult to demonstrate everything today. So another nice top table thing would be these blossom trees. So this is a tabletop blossom tree. Stands about 3-4 foot high. So your guests can still see each other, but it would make a stunning backdrop for any wedding or any venue. This one's in white. They do come in pink and varying colours. And like I say, they do look lovely on the tables, on round tables especially. So that's just an alternative. So if you just wanted something simple, classy, that's maybe a possibility for you. If you wanted something more rustic, we do offer these palettes. Now I've just stenciled this with Love, Laughter and Happily Ever After, and I've decorated it with some cream roses and ivy. Again, it's artificial flowers showing there, but I would dress it in fresh flowers and fresh foliage, and I also put twinkle lights on it. The writing can be anything you want. It can demonstrate the date. It can say when your people have got married. It can put the bride and groom's name on there, whatever bespoke to yourself, and that is that. So something a little bit rustic, and it goes lovely with wooden crates, and it would also go lovely with the wooden heart confetti that we've got. Okay. I'm going to sash liking. Now the white latex chair covers, they do come in various colours. We do have black, white, cream, blue. So you don't have to stick to white. You don't actually have to have a chair cover on there if you don't want. You can just dress the chair with a sash or with flowers or foliage. This is just to demonstrate a few of what we've got available. So we've got the blue polka dot there. The next chair I've done like a gold sash. It's like a deep gold, very classy. And then this next one is like a navy blue with like gold sparkles in it there. It's just got a little knot at the point there rather than a bow. So just something a little bit different. Now these can be made up. Rather than having the knot there, we can use buckles. So I can demonstrate some of the little buckles here. So we've got a butterfly, love hearts, pearl ones, all sorts of different buckles that are available. And like I said, this is just a small range of what we do. Also, we've got like paper flowers here, which are quite striking. in any venue, especially if it's an outdoor venue and we've got nice weather, with lanterns and things. They look really, really attractive. So that's just an alternative if you wanted to be eco-friendly. So that's the paper flowers. And this is just like a pink pom-pom, which can be hung from trees if it's an outdoor wedding, can be hung within the venue. And this is pink roses. Again, that can be done in different colours, and it can be done in fresh flowers. So that's just something alternative. Okay, I'm just going to sit myself back down. So guys, I hope that's given you a little bit of a taste of what we can offer. It is a small selection of what we do. We do have a 6-foot heart, which is like a gold heart, which makes a fantastic focal point for photographs, top of an aisle, anywhere in the venue. It's a striking thing. You can dress it in foliage and fresh flowers, or you can just have all foliage or all flowers, or just drape with twinkly lights. So by all means, check out my website. So it's www.stylish-settings.com. You can go on my Facebook page, and I'm on Instagram. Like I say, I will respond to you as quickly as I can. And if you have any questions, by all means, just ask. Like I said, this is a small selection of what we can see. I'm always updating my Facebook page with different weddings that we've done. And I will be seeing you again next week, guys. So I think it will be our last online virtual show next week. So look forward to seeing you all in person later on in the year. So thanks for tuning in today. Hope you like what you see. Get in touch if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Tracy from Stylish Settings, a wonderfully decorated summer house as always. Thank you very much indeed for your presentation. Guys, we're hoping you are enjoying today's show so far. It is that time we've all been waiting for, the catch up with Wedding Fairs Yorkshire, where we let you know a little bit about what we're doing and what we've got coming up. So, right on time, as always, it's the last one. You thought he'd have made an effort. He has made an effort. Check this out. That's probably looks quite odd on there. That was Boris Johnson. Yes. We had a quiz on Friday, didn't we?
For the suppliers.
For the suppliers, and there was a Boris Johnson theme to it, and that was your outfit, wasn't it?
It was.
I had rather a dashing wig on. I don't miss having hair, and that it was really annoying.
Well, yeah. It was good fun though.
It was a good fun.
I must have found blonde hairs all over me, all over the car. Do you know what I mean? All over every item of clothing that we've got has now got blonde hairs on it. Cheers for the alibi. Sounds wig.
Every week they've set us a different challenge. It's been quite a punishment, hasn't it?
It has.
Down to Earth Forest mugs.
Yeah.
Others are available. Yeah, and they did a Barocca challenge for us on Friday, didn't they?
That was interesting.
Very kind of them. So it distinctly says on the packet, it says 1 per day. We did to do 4.
I did 4.
We did 4. We had to eat 4. I decided against swallowing. You swallowed.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, I must have. As soon as I said it, I'm like, oh. Yeah, it had a very interesting weekend.
Yeah, it's one of the things with these virtual shows we've been putting on for the couples to get that inspiration and to kind of get questions and answers from wedding suppliers. And we put the quizzes on as well for the suppliers to kind of keep them in the loop and motivate and stuff like that. It's been great. And the fact of next week is the first hybrid one again.
Yes,
and so it's gonna be weird.
I must admit, though, we've known it's coming for a few weeks, but now it's here. It's like I'm actually really excited for it. Yeah, we've been out on the road a bit this last couple of weeks and just
sorting out venues and that.
Yeah, just kind of getting that glimpse of normality and what life was. Yeah. It's really good to get back to it, so I'm excited. My mood has been lifted. I've had my first jab. I was in 2 frames as to how I was going to actually be today.
You've done really well. You didn't have any reactions or anything, have you?
I had a mild headache on Friday night, but that is it.
Wow. Well, it's the Barocca.
Maybe it's a Barocca. That's what the NHS is missing. Yeah, 4 Baroccas after your jab.
Yeah.
But yeah, today's show. Nice lineup.
Don't say it.
It's a lineup.
It's a lineup. It is a lineup.
It's a lineup.
There should be a link at the bottom for the website. Check out the wedding fairs we've got coming up. Yeah. We are, one of the biggest wedding fair organisers in the north of the country. We probably are the biggest, especially at the moment, because we've been still keeping stuff out there. It means we've kept in constant communication with our suppliers and our venues as well.
And you guys.
And you guys.
Every Sunday you've tuned in.
Yeah. So
6 of you.
Yeah. So please, interact with our Facebook page. Check out the website. Register for tickets, because when you register for tickets, you get put in the prize draw. What do they win at the prize draw? A
pair of Diamantic Christian Louboutins.
Which is what he's wearing right now. Everyone thinks Alan is really tall. He's not. He's just got really high heels on.
Wearing these heels for you.
Yeah.
I am not. Most definitely not. But yeah, you have to register for tickets, not just to be entered in the prize draw for the Louboutins, but to register your time slot for the upcoming shows as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, do not turn up without having registered for a ticket, because you need to have a ticket.
Yeah, we need it for track and trace and everything else, up until we're allowed to go free and wild again.
Yeah.
So yes, what else is new? Next week's going to be an interesting one. It's a hybrid one, so we're going to be coming live from the Spicer Manor.
Yes.
And we have got some suppliers tuning in from there and going out from there as well. So
if you've been following us for a while, you might have seen us at venues in the past. Just do a quick Facebook Live from there, and it tends to be hopefully a quick chat with the wedding coordinator so they can give you all the real facts about the venue. Then we might have a look around some of the areas that have been decorated and maybe have a quick chat with a couple of suppliers and just kind of give you a feel for a venue, for some of the suppliers, if you've not had a chance to make it down to the physical event. Now, we're doing this next Sunday because obviously you know what's going on, and it's kind of the best of both worlds, really, isn't it? Some might not be comfortable in going out, and of course we just want everybody to kind of enjoy the experience and feel safe. So we're doing obviously the physical event, and we're running the virtual from there. So that's why it's a hybrid. So whether you come down or you just tune in at Facebook, it's going to be from 12 o'clock. And we've kind of got a few suppliers coming in remotely, just like they do for the virtual show that you've got today. But generally, we're going to be doing a bit of a tour around the venue. And it's a stunning, if you're going to watch one, I mean, this is one to watch, because it's such a unique venue.
Unique venue. We've got no idea what the internet's like. No idea what the suppliers are going to be like. It's just because we've had a couple of these virtual shows now. So we've come towards the end of doing it for a year. The past couple, we've been tech problem free. I don't want to jinx this one yet, because whatever I do. Whereas next week we kind of thought, let's just throw a whole new mix in. So, well, it's all good fun.
It is good fun. I mean, who loves hair?
Exactly. I do.
So, join us for one way or another. Spicer Manor is next week, the 23rd of May.
Yeah.
Should we quickly run through the calendar of events?
Yes.
And then kind of just...
Shall I run over there, or are you doing that, or are we doing that?
We'll do that one.
All right.
And then, because I know Jim and I are on till 1:15, so we've got a bit of time. So obviously next week is Spicer Manor, 23rd of May. It is an exclusive property. Exclusive use property.
So you hire it for the whole weekend if you want.
Yeah, they're really growing in popularity, these. But this particular one is phenomenal. It's got its own... cinema, its own games room. It's got 2 jacuzzis. It's got 15 individually decorated ensuite rooms. And when I say individually decorated, no tile is the same. It's a phenomenal place.
No tiles are the same. So one bathroom will have a certain theme in tiles.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's not that. I mean, the attention to detail is phenomenal, but there is some tiles that are the same in one bathroom, but each individual bathroom has different tiles.
They know what I meant.
They don't.
The ironmonger, who's kind of done all like the curtain rails and some of the staircase and things like that, it's the same ironmonger that the Queen uses. And that is the level of quality that's gone into this house. It's an incredible place. So if you want to get tickets to that one, go to forbrides.co.uk and grab yourself a couple of tickets, register your time slots, and we'll see you down there. So that's the show that we've got for you in May. Then we got a bank holiday weekend off. 13th of June, we've got a very busy weekend. We are at Westley Hall.
Yes.
which is in South Yorkshire in Sheffield. Stunning place, fantastic grounds, huge grounds.
Great team there as well.
Really good team. They only do one wedding per day, which is quite unusual. I mean, it's a fantastic venue. Really good show. The couple of spaces there are an option when you get married. There's like quite a traditional room with oak panelled walls, stained glass roof, very chandeliers, really ornate. And then there's a larger kind of ballroom, like a bigger open space where you can get your celebrations underway as well. So again, forbrides.co.uk to register for that. Also on the 13th of June, Mosborough Hall.
Yeah, that's a great venue.
Part of the Vine
outside
group.
Pizza oven as well.
Outside Pizza Oven at Mosborough Hall.
I think places that have really nice outside spaces, but not just gardens, but outside spaces.
Yes.
I think are really popular at the moment.
Yeah.
So Mosborough's definitely one of them.
Yes, you've got a traditional and a modern side to that building as well, haven't you? So you've got a traditional, and then you've got like a newer modern kind of conference centre space, but it's stunning. It really is stunning.
And again, great team. The attention to detail from that team is amazing.
It is. I mean, they're part of the Vine Group, and the Vine Group as a standard, they're very good at what they do. They're very well organised.
To be
passionate.
fair, I mean, we're quite lucky that most of the groups we work with, the hotels, the brands,
yes,
you know, for us to take it on board as a venue, they have to be quality.
They've got to know what they're doing, and provide a really good service.
Exactly.
So, and also on 13th of June, Bradford, we have Hollings Hall.
Yeah.
Incredible space again. Tanya, the wedding coordinator there, she's been there as long as we've known. She knows the place like the back of her hand. She's always very helpful, and it's a really well-established, good quality wedding venue.
Absolutely, some great spaces, some great outdoor space.
Yes,
great golf course.
Yeah.
Not that brides are interested in. Not that all brides are interested in golf. Some brides might be.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Do you know what? Whenever there's a venue that has a golf course attached to it, quality.
Yeah.
They never put a golf course on a
motel.
Yeah.
That's a fair shout, actually.
Yeah.
20th of June, speaking of that, Alton Hall.
Alton Hall, another stunning. I mean, it's got to be one of the premier Leeds wedding venues.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
I think you kind of go further afield than Leeds, to be fair.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for somewhere really snazzy, then Alton Hall, have a look at it in Leeds. You walk into the Great Hall, I believe it is. You buy a grand piano. There's a mezzanine as well. It's a fantastic place. Really amazing. Couple of options when you get married there as well. The smaller suite is the Repton suite.
Yeah.
And then there's a huge suite, the Alton. I think you can get 300, maybe even 400 people in there.
Such a versatile space as well, because they can section it off. So if you're having an intimate wedding, that's fine, but then they can open that up even further. And I went to a wedding there a few years back, and like the final section was sectioned off, and that's where the disco and the party and everything was.
Yeah.
So whilst the breakfast and everything's going on here, and then they open that up, and it's like, ta-da!
Yeah.
It's a really great space. They know what they're doing when it comes to weddings there.
Absolutely. I mean, Caroline's fantastic. Again, she's been there a long time. There's also the claret jug as well, which we've never really done anything with from the event side.
And the champagne bar.
Yes.
That's really nice. And to be fair, some phenomenal suppliers on these shows as well.
Yeah.
Have we not got a singing harpist as well as a violinist?
There is a singing harpist coming up a couple of times in the next season.
Singing harpist. That
Singing
sounds
harpist.
Disney.
That's a very talented musician,
it
definitely.
I love a harp.
They're a lot bigger than you think, though, aren't they?
They're massive.
They are.
And it's whenever somebody plays the harp, it just sounds like we're going to go into like a dream sequence.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Also, 20th of June, we've got the Doubletree in Sheffield. Again, another member of the Vine Group. Megan, she's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Fantastic venue. Can cater for larger weddings as well.
Yeah.
That's a massive function space they've got. But they've got smaller options as well. They've got a Marco Pierre restaurant on site.
Marco Pierre White.
Yes.
As he's known to his friends.
What did I say?
Marco Pierre.
All right. Marco Pierre White restaurant on site. But
that's
yeah.
Like me just saying Alan Gordon. Just using your middle name.
Oh, very good. And then they've got some grounds as well for pictures, and another fantastic venue.
It's one of those venues there that like we've got a couple of images in that, and one of the images you look at and you go, where's that? Because of the grounds. And the grounds are quite hidden, but stunning.
Yeah.
So,
They are
yeah,
really, really
yeah.
nice.
And you get warm cookies at that one.
Yes, of course, the warm cookie.
I do judge a wedding fair by if I get warm cookies or not.
Hopefully that will be in place for the date we've got there.
Best be, I'm not going.
27th of June, Tankersley Manor.
Great venue.
Technically Barnsley. I feel it's more Sheffield, but I believe it's Barnsley.
It's in a great location because it kind of looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's not. You're right by the M1. It's in some great links there. So if you've got family coming from further away, it's a great meeting spot.
Couple of options in the rooms as well. You've got Tankersley Suite, which is the huge one.
Yeah.
The name of the other one escapes me.
You got the Tankersley Suite. You got the Crook Barn there.
Crook Barn, yes, that's one of the spaces.
Stunning. When that's dressed, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
and then there's the other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they, again, really like up on their weddings. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You can expect a good
great
level of
outside
service.
space.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Tons of parking.
Yeah.
Heald's Hall, 4th of July. It's quite on the opposite end of the spectrum to what we've spoken about already, isn't it?
Independent boutique hotel. It's a hall. It's a manor house. You look at it and you think, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family owned, family run.
Yeah.
Like massive foodies.
Yeah.
Really, really big on their food. And again, some really nice grounds for your pictures.
Yeah.
Small number of bedrooms on site. But yeah, a really nice little wedding space.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is on the 4th of July. Also on the 4th of July, over in Barnsley, Burntwood Court.
That's an amazing space. Just they've got their own wedding chapel.
Honestly, that they're really one to watch over the next couple of years
Yeah.
because they're just going to be such a really popular choice for weddings.
There's some great wedding venues around that part of the world.
Yes, there are.
And this has just took Burntwood
Next level.
Yeah.
It really
And
is.
I know there's other venues that are now like, huh?
Yeah.
And are watching that. So it's very much an up and coming space. Do check that one out. It's the one that in a couple of years' time, everyone will be like, that was an amazing wedding. So,
It's going to be the place, isn't it? Most definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sharon organises the weddings there. Quite a unique in the sense that it's got lots of different kind of elements to it. There's a dedicated spa, not just a spa within a hotel. It's its own spa. There's actually a nightclub on site as well. And then there's the catering side, the function side for weddings, and of course the chapel. If you've not seen anything about the chapel, they've got a bit of drone footage of that when it was built. It's only been
just before
12 months ago, something like that. So yeah, there's still a lot of people to go and see that.
Yeah.
And then we finished this season on the 11th of July over at the Holiday in Bradford. You like that one, don't you? So it's even though it's a Holiday Inn, it's an independent Holiday Inn, so it's quite different in how it runs.
Nice styling inside. The guys behind it have really, pushed the boat out. They've just opened a brasserie on the side as well, and they've just put a marquee in as well, so it can cater for the bigger weddings as well. Great space, great location, great grounds, everything about it. And again, the team there, dead friendly.
TJ, I think David's still there as well. They've both been really, really helpful in all the times that we've dealt with them. But yeah, just amazing team there. I must admit, we are proud of the venues that we work with. They're all really, they're just a great set of venues, aren't they?
Absolutely. And it's about the level of what's expected now of a wedding venue is increasing. Year on year, what people want, quality, service, value. All those things are important, and that's what we look for when we take on board a new venue.
Definitely.
So yeah.
So this is our last news from Wedding Fairs Yorkshire, as we know it.
Yeah.
Should we mark the occasion?
Let's mark the occasion,
guys. We have enjoyed these virtual shows. We are looking forward to getting back to real ones.
Yeah, when you come to our big shows, we do a fashion show, and on the fashion show, we have these cannons. Cannons that makes them sound like a
confetti cannons.
Confetti cannons that explode everywhere, and it looks amazing. When we first started doing those, we bought these, and we never bought them out in public because I'll be honest,
they were naff.
These are the I don't even know if it's a brand. These are the worst confetti cannons you could ever possibly imagine.
It's like an anti-advert.
Yeah, exactly. But we thought, what better way to mark the end of this last? What is this?
This is news from
Wedding Fairs Yorkshire.
Yeah.
We thought we would mark the occasion with some
a couple of naff cannons. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Amazing.
We weren't lying. There's not even a bang.
No, brilliant.
So,
there's some tidying up to do now.
Well, at least that's done.
Well, shall I go check on Lloyd?
Yeah, you go see if Lloyd's ready to roll. And,
there we go.
Thank you very much.
Have your bingo cards ready?
So yeah, we've got a handful of suppliers left to present to you. You can hear Lloyd in the background there. Lloyd and Tom, I think, are raring to go to talk you through their photography and videography packages. 1:30, we've got Jelly Bean Photo Booth. These guys are full of energy, a really good, fun team that can provide some entertainment for your wedding. They're at 1:30. Adam, Natasha, and Stacey, I think, will be tuning in to showcase what they can do for you. 1:45, we go over to Katrina's Bespoke Cakes. Again, we watch her presentations and our mouths are left watering. Her cakes are fantastic, some really unique design and some really unique flavours as well.
Just a quick question. Do those venues have a car park?
Yes, the venues have a car park.
And does Lloyd have a car park?
Lloyd has I don't know. I'm not really sure what that means. But yes, you make your own jokes. Sally Ann from Ever After Bridal hopefully will be tuning in with Nigel, definitely tuning in at 2 o'clock and she's going to do a mini tour of her store and give you a bit of a brief on what you can expect when you book an appointment with her to go and get your kitted out. She does bridal gowns, she does bridesmaids dresses. Yep. Does she do Mother of the Bride?
Flower girl dresses, bridesmaid dresses. I'm sure she does Mother of the Bride.
Well, you'll have to watch and find out. Karen from Get Gorgeous comes over at 2:15. Again, we've really enjoyed Karen's videos. They're really insightful, and you come away with some fantastic knowledge about the makeup and hair kind of part of the wedding. And then at 2:30, the last ever supplier of the Pedigree virtual show is Charlotte Elizabeth Photography. Always love her videos. She kind of walks you through the story of a wedding day using pictures and albums, and just kind of she tells you what you can expect when you book with her. So, guys, this is our last News from Wedding Fairs Yorkshire catch up. It's been really good. But yeah, enjoy the rest of today's suppliers. We do have, of course, we've got a lot of shows coming up in the next few weeks. Get tickets for any of them at forbrides.co.uk. There is no charge at all for any of our shows. But of course, if you do register, which you need to, then you do automatically get entered into a prize draw for a pair of Diamante Christian Louboutin shoes. Now, these shoes are given away live at some of our shows, the big wedding shows. We currently have 3 of these events per year. The next one we have coming up is at the Royal Armouries on the 3rd of October. Again, there's loads of footage on this on YouTube, and ask any of our suppliers or anybody who's been to this event before about how fantastic it is. It's a sale event, which means the suppliers, the venues, anybody who's attending this event is encouraged to put on a special offer for that one day only. It's not necessarily a discount, but what we do encourage is that you get additional value if you're spending some money with them, and they are there for the day only. So bring your wallets, bring your cards, and make sure you're kind of prepared to kind of pick up some good deals, because there's some fantastic opportunities there. We've seen couples leave with suits, with bridal gowns. One lucky person will walk away with a pair of Diamante Christian Louboutin shoes, because we do give them away at the Royal Armouries, 3rd of June, forbrides.co.uk. The big shows after that are the 14th of November. That one is at the Metrodome Arena over in Barnsley. Very similar to the Leeds one, but in South Yorkshire. And then we'll give another pair away at the John Smith Stadium. That normally takes place in January, and we'll know more about the date for that once the football fixtures are released in June. That link again, forbrides.co.uk, tickets for any of our shows. Do we have Lloyd and Tom?
We've got Tom's screen share, but we don't have Lloyd.
Okay.
But Tom's giving me the thumbs up, so that is all good, so we're good to go.
So, guys, I will hand you over to Gemini Photography. Thank you so much indeed for watching today's show, and we will see you again very, very soon.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Tom. I'm part of Gemini Photography and Video. Usually there's 2 of us on a wedding day. That's certainly the case. Just bear with me a second. Got a technical issue here. 1 second. Here we go. So yeah, normally it's Lloyd on the left there, myself on the right, and we're different. We are photography and video, and we're different. And the difference is that we have many different things that we do differently, and we try to provide much more added value to our couples than you may think. Lloyd set me the challenge today to present this solo. That's what it is. It's a bit of a bet. I was really nervous about presenting on this at the start. Lloyd's put me into the deep end as it's the last one, touch wood. So here I am. This is me bringing my side to the bargain. So we are different, and part of that difference is, like I say, there's two of us, and that's the standard. So often other photographers might have one photographer and then they'll have an optional second, which will be at a higher price. We work two photographers as a matter of course. And generally speaking, Lloyd will go to the bridal party as early as is required, and then I'll go over to the groom and focus on the groom, and this provides a much more rounded coverage to our couples than often if it was just the one photographer. Yeah, no Hawaiian shirt, unfortunately. I've not got one in my wardrobe. So yeah. Often for a wedding where there's one photographer, the focus is all on the bride, and the groom generally appears in the photos either at the ceremony room as he's waiting for the bride to arrive once the photographer's got there, or if he's lucky, at the point where the photographer arrives at the venue and the groom's outside just before the bride gets there. We're different in that I'll be there shooting the groom as early as is required, as early as you want me, basically. You're booking us for the day. There's no set time limit, and it's the mission for me is to get as equal amount of coverage of the groom and the guys as what Lloyd will get with the bride and the girls there. It's such a special time that before the before the serious stuff happens with the ceremony. That time beforehand where there's nerves, everyone's a little bit excited, anticipating what's going to happen, drinking that last drink before going to the ceremony. It's a real special moment. People that family members or friends who might be from afar, being together in that room for the first time in absolute ages, and I'm there to get those moments. So you can see these boys here just before the wedding having a moment. Different again is if you want to do something before the before getting ready kind of thing in the morning. If you want to go for a game of golf, if you want to even like these guys here, the groom was a season ticket holder at the Blades. Here the club opened up the ground for them to have a walk on the pitch beforehand before going off to the ceremony. So anything like that, if you want to go to the local club and have a game of snooker, whatever, it's the options there for you. And I invite couples to have a real serious think about extending the activities beforehand. Go and do something fun. I'll be there with the camera for the guys, while the girls are being covered by Lloyd, and the hair, makeup, all those special moments on that side as well. The real reason, I suppose, the origin of having two of us is what happens if, say, Lloyd got a puncture or broke down on the way to the ceremony, often like a church wedding, something like that. The registrar or the vicar wouldn't wait for the photographer to arrive in an incident like that. Having two of us there, it's an insurance policy. I'm already at the ceremony room, the church, whatever, and if it came down to it, I could shoot the lot, while Lloyd's kind of getting his car sorted out, or whatever else happened there, and vice versa. We are pet friendly. Got 3 black labs sat with me, and yeah, it's I'll come on to pets shortly. In fact, this next one here. Pre-wedding shoot, and this is something that we do differently. Often the pre-wedding shoot is something that is charged for as an additional service. We see it differently. We see this as an opportunity to get better photographs of you, to get you to be more settled with the way we work, to be more familiar with the venue and the way you're going to be shot throughout the day. So it just takes that little bit of nervousness, that edge away from the wedding day itself. By the time the wedding day comes, you've kind of had the photos taken with us before in the same locations, and you know the drill. That means you can relax more on the day. But then also pets, if you've got children, then we invite you to bring them along to the pre-wedding shoot. It's a free photo shoot in effect for you. It's all part of the overall package, and yeah, we generally will do this around 6 months before the wedding day at your venue. So different, we do lots of different things, and I'll come on to some more of those different things shortly. But you can be guaranteed of good quality photography as well from us. We're not all about the gimmicks or the added extras. We are also principally quality photographers, and this photograph here is just a reminder that it takes around 10 minutes to get the group shots done. So there'll be no hanging around, there'll be no waiting for the best man or whoever to come back from the toilet or the bar for that crucial photo, and there'll be certainly no holding up the venue with their dinner and everything like that. Very quick. We do it in shifts, if you like, throughout the day, the photography element. But the first thing Lloyd will do is get the groups, get everybody all together and get that big group shot done. And this is an example of one right here. Now, the big difference, and this is the one that I noticed the most when I first met Lloyd. I was working as a videographer myself at a wedding. Lloyd was the photographer, and then normally when after the ceremony and you've got the group photos done, there's normally a quiet period where where I'd just kind of keep out of the way, have a rest or whatever. And Lloyd was busy. He was busy doing this, and this is printing photos on the day. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this for the first time, and I tell you what, the guests can't either when they experience this. They've never seen anything like it. You've got photos printed from the day. Generally, these photos will be the ones that I'll take while I'm waiting at the ceremony room with the guests arriving with their loved ones or individually if they want, however they want it doing really, and then we print them off, and then for the start of the evening reception, the guests walk into the evening reception room with it like this, with the tables covered with photos, mounted photos from the day, and this is basically every guest goes away from your wedding with a photo that's mounted, and it's the great alternative to wedding favors. And Lloyd's line usually at this point is, what would you prefer as a guest? Would you prefer photos printed, or would you prefer sugared almonds? So yeah, I rest my case on that one. Another difference is the mount. You can see here the framed mount. This includes photos from the pre-wed shoot and 2 photos from the wedding day itself, and we'll give you this generally around the time that you're doing your speeches. So yeah, quick turnaround on it, and then your guests get the opportunity to sign and leave messages on it there and then on the day, and you go home from your wedding day with that as a keepsake, and a special one at that. Now, something else that we do differently, these are all standard, by the way, within the pricing, is the slideshow in the background. So this is photos from your pre-wed shoot, photos from the wedding day earlier on in the day as well, and then any other photos that you wish to include as well. Just send it to us before the wedding, and we'll put that on there for you. Often used for this is photos of loved ones who unfortunately can't be with us on the day. This makes them it makes it feel like they're there on the day, and yeah, it's a great way of remembering those special people. Now, there's no standard photo. This one, you can see the father of the bride here on the space hopper, and this is something that we do as long as the couples want us to. It's not for everyone, but most couples do really relish this. This is games that we do before the first dance. So girls versus boys, space opera race. That's something that we do, and this gets the atmosphere really crackling just before the first dance takes place. As well as the space hoppers, we have the girls versus boy tug of war, and then also the bride has the chance to knock the groom out with the boxing gloves. And this is a really atmospheric part of the evening. You find that this gets guests on their feet. They stay on the feet during the first dance, which is not always the case for weddings. Generally, guests will be sat at their tables, and it's a bit of a challenge for the DJ to get them on the feet to do the dancing afterwards. Well, this helps get everyone buzzed up and enjoying themselves and on the feet, and then obviously the party continues afterwards with the dancing, which we know it's a great spectacle. Something that you'd pay a lot of money to get a band to achieve. Great photography as well. This is, I mentioned earlier, it's not all about the gimmicks. This is Lloyd's craftsmanship with the camera really coming to the fore here. There's no Photoshop involved in the photos. You can see there. That's just him and his wizardry there. The guests there, they spell out love with the sparklers, and a bride and groom you can see there. Well, it's quite small. You can see them doing a love heart at Hollings Hall. So great photos, and you'll notice it's dark at this point. We're there, until after the first dance, after it's gone dark, even in the middle of summer, and we get these spectacular looking shots. Space hoppers, smoke bombs as well. We do this. Should couples wish, as part of the package, and then also you can see here more dark shots. That's real rain over on the right hand side. So we do pride ourselves with high quality photography. Now I know I've only got a few minutes left, but the last thing that I really want to mention is the videography side. I mentioned earlier that I was a videographer in my own right before partnering up with Lloyd. This enables us to provide real value to our couples with an additional videography service. Unlike everything else, where it's all part of the kind of the basic photography package, if you like, this is a little extra, but just me a really good value extra to add to the service that we provide, and it just enables us to capture your day. You see things that you didn't see on the day yourself, or the things that went by so fast that you wish you could kind of freeze and relive again. Well, this enables you to do that, and to hear the special things that you say to each other, special moments. For example, just as the brides walk down the aisle, and generally bride and groom, they'll say something to each other which is really special, very spontaneous. You've got that. We've got professional microphones that we'll just put on the groom there to make sure we get broadcast quality audio. It's something that I'd recommend, even if you don't go with us, for couples to seriously consider video, because you don't get a chance to go back and do it again. You've got one chance at this, so please do give that a consideration. And then final point is the diary room. So this is something we do with the video package. We have what we call a diary room, and we ask guests to leave a message for the couple on the premise that they either make the couple laugh or they make the couple cry. And this is a real fun, engaging part of what we do. We get some really heartfelt messages that are left to couples, which are absolutely priceless, from very special members of the family, for example. Then we get some really funny stuff as well, which obviously that'll last the test of time as well. So that's a snapshot of what we're about, Gemini photography and video. Just before I close up, just like to say a special thank you to Alan, Grant and Alana and the team, Weddings Fairs Yorkshire. Obviously it's the last show before, fingers crossed, everything gets back to normal. It's been an absolute godsend to be able to present to couples like we're doing today, all throughout the winter and the tricky time that we've just had. So top job, guys. Thank you very much. And to everyone watching, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Hi, I'm Natasha. And I'm Stacey. And we are Team Jelly Bean. Run BT.
Grab a prop and strike a pose with Jelly Bean Photo Booth. Whatever the event, Jelly Bean can add to the excitement with their incredible LED inflatable photo booths. With green screen, customizable prints and guestbook options, you're guaranteed fun photos. visit jellybeanbooth.co.uk.
Hi there, I'm Stacey, the events manager from Jellybean Photo Booth. Thank you for joining us today for our virtual showcase. We are going to be showcasing our award-winning photo booths and magic mirrors. We cover all of the UK, but we do specialise in Yorkshire and the Midlands. We have a free delivery area, which is a 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office near Med Hall. I will now demonstrate how to use one of our selfie pods. We have 4 of these in-house built selfie pods that we usually house inside our inflatable photo booths. However, due to space today, we don't have the actual photo booth inflated. They're really simple to use. You just touch the screen, pick your layout and your green screen background, so you can have plenty of different ones to choose from. Also, these are fully personalised, so if there is something you want as a green screen, just let us know and we can do that for you. And then it takes your photo.
3, 2, 1. Say cheese. 3, 2, 1. And another. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Please wait.
And then your photo will just print out for your guests. All your print layouts and your green screens are fully personalised by our in-house graphics team. So if there's something that you're wanting as a green screen or something specific, so some flowers or something that you're wanting on your print layout, just let us know, send us some photos, we can fully personalise those for you and make it as special as possible for your day. We do have a selection of different inflatable photo booths to choose from, subject to availability. Here's a VT to show you all the ones we have to offer. Our photo booth packages include unlimited visits for your guests to the photo booth during your book time, double set of 6x4 or 6x2 instant prints per session, USB and personalised vinyl printed guest book, online password protected photo gallery, fully personalised prints and green screen, social media uploads to a personal Facebook or Twitter gallery, use of hundreds of fun and inflatable props in one of our huge prop cases, setup, delivery and attendant throughout. All our equipment is fully insured and pat tested. Our photo booth packages start from just £295 for 2 hours, £335 for 3 hours and £375 for 4 hours for venues within a 50-mile radius of our office in Sheffield near Meadowhall. Bookings are subject to a £75 deposit payable by debit or credit card on an online invoice, with the remainder of your balance due 4 weeks before your big day. For more information and to check our availability, please visit www.jellybeanbooth.co.uk. Now we're going to showcase one of our magic mirrors. I'm going to hand over to Natasha, who's going to demonstrate on how to use it.
Get ready. Hold on. Thanks.
Just like our photo booths, all our magic mirrors include unlimited visits for your guests to the magic mirror during your book time, double set of 6x4 or 6x2 instant prints per session, USB and personalised vinyl printed guest book, online password protected photo gallery, fully personalised prints and a choice of backdrops, social media uploads to a personal Facebook or Twitter gallery, use of hundreds of fun and inflatable props in one of our huge prop cases, setup, delivery and attendant throughout. Our magic mirror packages start from just £295 for 2 hours, £335 for 3 hours, £375 for 4 hours for venues within a 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office near Meadowhall. All our bookings are subject to a £75 deposit payable by debit or credit card on an online invoice, with the remainder of your balance due 4 weeks before your big day. Again, for more information or to check availability, please visit www.jellybeanbooth.co.uk. Thanks for joining us today for our virtual showcase. Thanks to Grant, Alan and the team at Wedding Fairs Yorkshire, and thanks to Natasha for helping me showcase our products today. Have a lovely day and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. Well, a little bit better weather today. I know Alana says that it's raining, but thankfully it's actually holding off here now because my dog needs a walk too. So I'm Katrina from Katrina's Bespoke Cakes. I'm based in Barnsley and we cover all of, I always say we, like there's more than just me. I cover all of South Yorkshire, Yorkshire area and North Derbyshire, but I'm happy to go further afield if your wedding is further afield. I'm always up for a weekend away somewhere. Yeah, Lana, I'll send it your way. I don't know which, maybe the clouds are going that way, so you might be in luck soon. So I've brought a few cakes, hello, with me today. That makes it sound like I've come far. They've just come from upstairs. I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, so this just a few different cakes to show you the kind of style that I specialise in. There'll be some more pictures later as well. Yeah, dogs and small businesses. Woo woo. Yeah, so this is the kind of style of my cakes. I don't know how well you can see them. I think the light's quite bright today. I feel like I could do with sunglasses. So quite tall, sharp edges, loads of lovely details, sugar flowers, dried flowers, because I'm slightly obsessed at the moment. Thank you very much, Grant. Yeah, so this is my kind of style. So I'm just going to go through a few different processes today. So I think the process of booking, tasting cake, which obviously is the most important part, which is why you're all here. I can't wait for the actual shows to start again and I can start bringing samples, because I'm sure that's everyone's favourite part. Yeah, so booking your cake. I know obviously things are starting to get a lot better. Things are starting to come into place now. Fingers crossed everything should be, what's death cake? Ooh. Oh yeah, right. It's because Lindsay's allergic to raspberries, and in my cake sample boxes, there's a raspberry white chocolate. So I made a special note to say, avoid this cake. Please don't let me kill you. Yes, that's the death cake. Sorry. I'm not just like, yeah, supplying loads of poisonous cakes to people. It was clearly labelled. And she's still alive, so we're all good. Yes, so I want the process of booking your cake to be as simple as possible. I don't think a wedding planning obviously is going to be stressful at some point, but I don't want to contribute to that. So on my website, katrinasbespokecakes.com, they're under wedding cakes. There's a few different options. So there's the gallery section, which is just a few pictures, different cakes that I've done over the last couple of years. Some like a kind of a good mixture of fondant, buttercream, semi-naked, etc. Then there's the services tab, which has some guide prices. So if you go there first, you can see whether I match to your budget. And yeah, I think that's a good place to start. I think that's the same with any supplier. There's no point setting your heart on someone and then realizing that, oh, that's not within my budget, etc. So there's also details on there about favors as well, and dessert tables. And then there's a section called booking your cake. So this is a step-by-step guide of the process of booking your cake. Very aptly named. So we start off with first you deciding that you want to book your wedding cake with me. There's a £50 deposit to do that. So there's a save the date deposit, and that comes out of your final invoice. So it's not like an extra cost or anything. If you want to try the cakes before paying that deposit, you can purchase a tasting box and consultation, forgot the word then, for £35, and that's posted out to you. Fingers crossed. Well, we know soon I will be doing them again at my home. But if you want to still have them posted, that's absolutely fine. So I think people's schedules are all over the place, and actually having that option of postage is really nice. Yes, so after you've done all that, you decide that you want to book, you pay £50 deposit, and then as you book everything in for your, yes, I do cake pops, Lana. Next week I'm having the shoot with Charlotte Elizabeth Photography, and there's going to be a lot of cake pops on there. I'm very excited. So watch out for some pictures coming your way. Yes, so I just start to get all your bits together, everything else booked for the wedding. So things like you've chosen your colour scheme, you have your venue booked, you know roughly how many people are going to be at the wedding. This helps with obviously determining how many pieces of cake you'll need, and therefore how big and how many tiers the cake needs to have. I'm trying to think of anything else in there. I think maybe like if you've got your wedding dress as well, or any other details that are personal to you, all of those things, all those aspects can all be put into the cake to make the cake as personal to you as bespoke, as Katrina's Bespoke Cake says, as a cake that is bespoke to you and your day. So as you've got all those parts booked, we'll sit down, we'll start designing your cake. I'll show you some pictures towards the end as well of a few different designs and how we sit down and put them all together into a drawing, and then how you can pick aspects from that. We'll get to that in a minute. So when as I mentioned about the number of guests, that can be a really rough estimate. Yes, Adam, I am at, you're testing me. Oh God, I think I booked Mosborough I don't know, Alana, help! I can't remember what I booked anymore. I know there's 2 in June and 1 in September is what I've booked. So yes, I'll be there with cake samples if when in Fayre, Yorkshire says that it's okay. Yes, so I can't remember what I got to now. It's really bad. Yeah, so currently at the moment I am doing consultations over Zoom, but hopefully we'll be doing them in person soon. So the tasting boxes, they've got 6 different flavours in. I think I'm going to kind of, maybe over the next few months, just because I'm so busy now that weddings are starting again, and yeah, oh yeah, if you that's what I was saying about how many people. So if you know roughly how many people are going to be there, I do advise people to have a cake that is slightly bigger than you need. So if you've got 80 guests, don't get a cake that feeds 80 people. Just because on the day, well, there's a few different reasons. On the day, you're going to be so busy, and odds are you're just not going to get any cake. I don't know if anyone who's been to a wedding before, you see the bride and groom and they're everywhere. They're talking to everyone. They're dancing. Just eating's probably quite low down on. Even if you want to eat, you're probably going to be too busy to. So I always advise people get a bigger cake so then they can take some cake home with them and like stretch out the celebration, I suppose. The cake is freshly baked, so you can freeze it. And it freezes really, really well. So I like for my cake samples, I batch bake those, and yeah, they taste just as good as before I froze them. So yeah, they freeze really well. You can just freeze big chunks, or you can freeze individual portions. Or like Winston, you can take it to work, take it to all the people that couldn't come to the wedding. If you're still having 30, fingers crossed, will be unlimited in June. Yeah, Adam, it's true. I think people don't really realise that, like, think is a combination of you're too busy and everyone else sees cake and is just like straight to it. So yeah, always get a bigger cake. And a lot of actually, I've got quite a few couples next year where they're literally having the top tier in the flavour that they want, not thinking about any of the other guests. And we're going to have a note with the venue to not cut that up and just keep that for them to take. So it's definitely worth considering doing something like that. Yes, so wedding cake samples, I currently just offer a set 6, which are vanilla, raspberry white chocolate with the death cake, carrot, chocolate and caramel, or salted caramel, red velvet, lemon, and cherry bacon are the 6 flavours. But I'm thinking over the next few months, when I'm not so busy, that I'm going to do like have a section on the website where you can select flavours, just because I'm having quite a few people steering towards more fruitcake and some of the other flavours. So I think if people have got an option, and also I'm going to start doing some seasonal flavours as well. So watch out for those. Yeah, lemon, it's a good one. That's one of the most popular ones, Adam. Everyone loves the lemon. I think it's because I soak the lemon cake in a lemon syrup as well. It's beautiful. So it's like a lemon drizzle wedding cake. It's good. So I'm just going to give you a few different prices, just starting prices. So these are. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Lindsay. That cherry bakewell cake took a lot of practicing. And my partner, he's like the biggest cherry bakewell fan in the whole world. So every time I made a cake, it's like, it's not cherry bakewell enough. Needs more cherry bakewell. So that cake has been a long time in the making to make it the perfect amount of cherry bakewell. Yes, so some guide prices. So these are prices that they're very base. Nothing, no decoration on them, just the standard cakes. If it's buttercream, it's literally just buttercreamed. If it's a fondant cake, it's just cake, ganache, fondant, a ribbon round, and that's it. So for a 3-tier buttercream cake to feed 95 people, you would have a starting price of $275. A 4-tier buttercream cake to feed 130 people has a starting price of $325. The average 3-tier buttercream cake is around £3.75. So a 3-tier fondant cake to feed 95 has a starting price of £3.10. A 4-tier fondant cake to feed around 130 has a starting price of £3.90. And the average 3-tier fondant cake that I make is around £4.50. So that would be, these are all on the website as well, so free to refer back to under wedding cake and services at katrinasbespokecakes.com. Yeah, so the average prices are with decoration. So with the buttercream cake, it could be real flowers, drips, etc. The fondant cake, I think you'll see better on the pictures when I show them in a minute, like stenciling, like on this tier, extra details and sugar flowers. So anything, like I was saying, anything extra is going to be an increased price. So if it could be like we've got loads of different options: sugar flowers, real flowers, dried flowers, anything to match your bouquet. So with sugar flowers, I can make any flower. That sounds a little bit of a brag, doesn't it? I can make any flower. I can make any flower to match your bouquet, any colours. So even if it's not like botanically correct and you want, trying to think of a flower that doesn't come in if you want something that's blue, like a blue rose, you can't get blue roses without them messing around with them. So yeah, if we can match anything to anything, so yeah, we can make your cake personal to you. Any crackers, toppers and things like that. I'm making a couple of people sitting on sofas and things. It's not my it's not the thing that I want to do in the most. So I've got loads of different suppliers that I can guide you to different toppers as well. Yeah, I think everyone kind of joins together, don't they? All different cake makers and cake toppers, etc. So going back to the step-by-step guide, so we've designed the cake, then we have 2 different payment dates. I can't think of the word. So 3 months before you pay half the remaining, and a month before you pay the remaining. This allows me to start work on like sugar flowers and things like that a little bit earlier. And then when you've done the final payment, that's it for you. You don't have to worry about any of it. I think the hardest part of the whole thing is eating the cake and just deciding on the design really. After the final payment, I coordinate with the venue, with the wedding coordinator at the venue, and I'll arrange when I can go in, set up the cake, and it's just there for you. So after the final payment, you don't have to worry about it at all. You can have, I can take a photo when it's all set up if you want to see that. Some bride and grooms, or some couples even, they don't want to see it, they want it to be a surprise. Some are a bit more hands-on and want to see it in place and everything perfect. So these are things that we can discuss in the design process and the booking process. So a few other options, if you want maybe more of a smaller wedding, we can do smaller cakes, fake tiers. I've actually had quite a few people asking about fake tiers, which are like these cake behind are just polystyrene that are then decorated to match the cake. I think it's a really good option if you want a cake that has the wow factor. So maybe you want 4 or 5 tiers, but actually you only have 100 guests. So you haven't got, how we said about ordering extra cake, but maybe not like 100 people's worth of extra cake. We can make those in fake cakes. I think one thing that, like I said, I've had quite a few people asking. One thing I do want to say is it won't decrease the price massively unless we are making the cake bigger, like a lot bigger. So say if you wanted a 3-tier cake, but only want 2 of them to be, yes, it is the top tier. Yeah, you would usually save it, Lana. Usually fruitcake. Yeah, so if you're wanting like a 3-tier cake, but only want 2 of them to be actual cake and 1 to be fake, it's not going to decrease the price that much. I think people don't think about that it's still being decorated. So if you're wanting fake tiers to make the cake cheaper, it's probably not the way to go. If you want the fake tiers because you want the cake to look bigger without having all the cake, then it's definitely the way to go. I hope that makes sense. If you're wanting a smaller cake, then we've got loads of different options. We Ooh, went a bit blank there for a second. We can do smaller tiers that are taller, or we can have like a trio of different cakes. We can make little mini cakes or cupcakes or anything like that. There's loads of different options to make a small cake look impressive without having to, without making yeah, Emily, I know, but can you imagine having like a lot of extra cake, like 2 tiers worth of extra cake? Unless, well, I suppose you could take it all on honeymoon with you, or cut it all up with family. But yeah, these are all things we can discuss anyway, so don't worry. If we design the cake to be really big, and then you actually decide that you want it to be small, we can move things around anyway. So we've got loads of different options. So I'm going to show you a few pictures in the last couple of minutes, because as we were saying on the check-in grant, I always go over. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly to show you a few pictures, and then while we're looking, I can show you, I can talk to you about how you can contact me. So let's share the screen. Oh, it's doing that thing again. It's not showing me. There we go. Am I there? Can you see me? We can see it. Right, I'm just going to make this bigger. And I've just forgot how to do that. We'll just stick with this. Yeah, so these are just a few different pictures of a few different kinds of cakes. So as I scroll through, I'm going to talk to you about a few of them and how you can contact me. So these, this is dried flowers on a cake, which I think is really nice, because all of these flowers can be taken off and you can keep them. I think it's a really nice option. So this one is the cake that's behind me. So I just want to show you all the purple, because it's hard to see here. And then there's loads of stenciling on here as well. So in terms of contacting me, you can do that through my website on the contact page. You fill in a few different details, like your name, contacts, the date of your wedding, because I need to check if I have availability. Summer next year is getting very, very busy. I think I only have 1 weekend left for the summer, which is amazing. But I think the whole thing is, if you want someone, book them as soon as you know. Just because, for every supplier, for most suppliers, we're limited how many cakes or how many things we can offer on one day. So the other way you can contact me is through email, which is hello@katrinasbespokecakes.com. You can get in touch with me through Facebook and Instagram. I think that's all of my contact details. You can just give me a ring if not. I'm happy to talk to anyone, as you can tell from me babbling today. I've gone from working in an office with many, many people to working on my own. It's a huge change for me. Talking is quite a problem for me. Yeah, so a few different cakes: fondant, buttercreams, favours, hen party favours, stag do favours. And then these are some examples of the designs. So when we put all the aspects together, so your colour schemes, so these are like wintry themed. We could go all white. So if you've got loads of colours at the wedding, maybe every bridesmaid's a different colour. Maybe you want the cake to stand out, but rather than being covered in different colours, maybe we just make it all white. So it doesn't even have to match the colour scheme. We can just go the opposite. It could be all black. Yeah, so we can bring in the colours in the tiers, in the flowers, gold leaf. We can have stencils. I actually have a cake topper maker that makes bespoke stencils as well. So we can do anything in a stencil, any patterns from your dress, anything like that. So just flick through these last pictures. And then, yes, I hope you could see all of that. Yeah, so thank you very much, everybody. I've only gone, no, I'm dead on time. Yeah, so katrinasbespokecakes.com, have a look at pictures. There's booking process on there, and there's also a menu tab for all my most ordered flavours. But if you want something that's not on there, that's fine too. So thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
Hi everybody, it's Karen from Get Gorgeous. I'm your makeup. Tell you a little bit about myself first. I'm based in Austin, but I do travel throughout the country to do your wedding makeup and hair wherever you're getting ready. I'm a professional makeup artist, but I've based most of my lovely things. 16 times today though, because I'm here at and we thought we'd as collaboration.
We are just we're just contacting Sarah. I think she got a bit of an internet issue there at the second. So do not worry. All is being sorted out as we speak. I'm just kicking out and kicking it back in again. Yes, so Get Gorgeous is going to be doing a makeup demonstration first, and then Sally Ann's going to be demonstrating some dresses. So I did say we would do we would not have any tech issues this week, but that's my own fault for saying that. So yes, Alan's just on the phone to her now. She'll be back in, so bear with us for just a couple of seconds. We were getting the audio coming through, but the image went blank. So we're just sorting that out now. So do bear with us for a few seconds. It wouldn't be the last virtual show without a tech issue. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the show as well so far. We've had some great presentations. Katrina's always makes me hungry. So I can't wait to try some of her samples as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
So yeah, it looks like you're at the dentist. I don't know what that means. So yeah. There we go. So yeah, so Al's on the phone to them now. So bear with us. It will just be a few seconds, and then she will be back here. So don't worry about that. Just hide that comment there. So yes, so like I said, it will be Get Gorgeous doing a makeup demonstration, and they've got a bride and they've got a model. Of course, they've got a model in the shop as well to demonstrate the makeup and to showcase and model some of the bridal dresses as well. So this is going to be a really great presentation from both these two people. So obviously, let your couples, your bridal party know as well. And like I say, Sally Ann has a model showcasing the dresses, and Get Gorgeous will be presenting and doing some makeup demonstrations as well. I can see Sally Ann is just here now. We're just waiting for that to come through. And then I will hand it over. There we go. So that's enough from me. And so please ask your questions, show lots of support. This is a great presentation. So over to them.
Hello, I don't know what happened there. We're not very techy, but we're hoping we're back on now. So hello everybody, and thank you for your patience. So what I was saying was I'm makeup and hair, and I come to you wherever you're getting ready on the day. But I am based in Ossett, and that's usually where I do my trials. I am a professional makeup artist, and I work on commercials, TV, sort of thing. But I do base most of my work on bridal at the moment. Keeps me at home, and it's one of my favourite looks to do. Now today I'm very excited because I'm here at Ever After Bridal in Batley at Sally Ann's shop. And what we've done today, hi Sally Ann. What we've done today is we've collaborated to be able to showcase what work we can do and what dresses Sally Ann's got. And not only that, we've got the most beautiful model to model for us. So I'll just pan you over to our model. This is Emma. And Emma has very kindly agreed to give up her Sunday, basically. I've done a makeup and hair, and Sally Ann has dressed her in this beautiful Hilary Morgan dress. It's absolutely incredible. Emma looks we're just blown away with how beautiful she looks. As for her makeup and hair, we've decided to go for a boho look. Now, I've done Emma's makeup before, and I've never ever done a look like this on her, but she has got the most beautiful blue eyes. So, in keeping with trends at the moment, definitely look at me. I look like a little dwarf.
I've got 3 inch heels on her.
It's a good job I'm not stuck by you at 5'10".
So I've tried to keep on trend with the latest trend, which really is stripping back to quite natural. And I've gone for a coppery eye to enhance the boho sort of look. So that sort of look is going to be very, very natural, really, and soft. So I've gone for a beautiful coppery eye, and then I've haloed it in the middle with a coppery metallic. A skin I've kept really dewy and fresh, nothing too cakey, and then contoured, obviously, and just enhanced, really, Emma's beautiful natural beauty. Now, the products I've used today is unique, and the reason I've done that is because I wanted to. Emma is actually a unique consultant, so I just wanted to help her out as well. And I tell you what, I'm blown away with them. I'm going to be putting a big order in. The products are so pigmented, they're blended beautifully. I always knew they were good, but I was sort of avoiding Emma because I didn't want to buy a load of stuff, but looks like she's got me, so I will be doing that. So every product here that we've used is unique. So it isn't my usual brands. I would have to check all the ingredients to make sure it's camera ready. But the eyeshadows and everything have just been amazing. I'm really blown away with them.
And what about her hair? If you turn
Oh,
round.
yeah, hair. So all we did, her hair was a quick updo, really. So we curled it, and then what I've done is I've plaited it into itself, and then just brought the sides round and pinned it up.
Yeah.
And I love this boho look. And the thing is, when you go for a look like this, you know it's going to last. You don't have to think about it. Your hair's up and it's looking good. And then all I've done is added a few extra plaits. I've tried to keep the look soft. And then I've added jip into the hair, which is one of the cheapest ways to make you look boho, I think. And just remember not to spray it after you've put your jip in, because that kills it off.
That's very true. I've seen a lot of wilted jip in my
Yeah.
time.
But for a few pence, you can really make your look boho. Turn around again for us, Emma. So, and we just kept a few loose tendrils out just to frame Emma's face. But you can have whatever you want. You can either come and say, with pictures, I want this and I want that, which is fine, or we can create something.
Would you recommend having a trial beforehand?
Oh, you've got to have a trial, because we don't want any surprises on the day. So, yes, definitely a trial. But I don't charge a lot for trials. So, for instance, you could come and have your makeup trial with me for £40. And really, it's just with time, really. And I just want to make sure that you're getting what you want. At your trial, everything's recorded. So on the day, we don't need to decide anything. I know exactly where the products are placed. I know what products I've used. And then it's just really going from a chart. Because we don't want to be thinking about anything else from just your wedding day. That's what you want to be focused on.
How soon would you book your makeup trial?
Well, I usually think about 3 months before your wedding, 2 or 3 months. It depends how organised you are. If you do a trial any later than that, the chances are you would need another trial. Your skin's going to change. You might have got to be a different colour. You might have been on the sunbed. There's loads of reasons that we don't want to be umming and ahhing on the morning. That's not the time to be doing it. So I would say 2 to 3 months.
Now, I was a more mature bride when I got married. So I was nearly 50. Right. What tips have you got for the more mature lady? Would a look like Emma's got be something you could do on somebody like me, for example?
Right. Well, yes, makeup does change with age appropriate. So if you were more mature, then you're definitely going to keep off shimmers and glitters. It's going to be more matte and more sort of outlining your areas. So keep soft and dewy, but you need to define certain areas.
Make the most of your good features then. Yeah.
Well, I'm not exactly 21, am I?
No, I know Emma's not 21. She's a lot younger than me though. But
yeah, I'm still a 40+ bride.
Exactly.
Though, in
but Karen has made the most of your eyes, which are your defining feature.
Yep.
As a lady who suffered with skin complaints in her youth, which I had acne, obviously my skin isn't as smooth.
No.
So what do we do?
Skin. your makeup is only ever going to look as good as your skin.
Yeah.
So I always suggest that you do start with a skincare routine. It doesn't have to be expensive, just it needs to be suited to your skin. It's so important.
That's a good tip.
And water. Don't cost anything to drink water, and I can tell you what a difference that's going to make to your whole body, really.
Yeah.
But your skin will just plump up. The key for me is exfoliation. There's no point in putting products onto your skin if you haven't got rid of the dead skin cells.
It ends up looking a bit claggy otherwise, doesn't it?
Yeah, you need to get rid of that dead skin, otherwise you're fighting a losing battle, really.
Yeah.
But I am a beauty therapist as well, so I've done the whole skin. I had to do when I first started with makeup. I needed to know about skin.
So if we've got any brides watching who are getting married, say later on this year, and want to start with a skin routine, just need to get in touch, don't they, really? So you can give them some advice.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'd need to see them, I think, Sally Ann. But you could, at your trial, if I think you need a bit of exfoliation, definitely, I would say so. And recommend products. So I think I need to see the skin, really.
Possibly.
But look no further than Unique. It sounds like Emma's Unique do a fabulous range of skincare. In fact, she's going to send me some to try because I'm always recommending products. I don't sell anything. So it would be nice, actually, to be able to
try something different.
Yeah, and I think Unique products are fantastic. I can't get over the quality of the pigments in them.
That's really good. So Emma's going to nip off up the stairs because we're going to change her into a different dress for me to do my bit. And Karen can just finish off with how you can contact her and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, lovely. Yeah, so ideally, you can just give me a ring. My phone number is 07940 314 150, or email me. Go on the website, have a look. I'm on Facebook. Get in touch, and then we can arrange either just a virtual sort of chat, or just over the telephone, and then arrange to have a trial and a proper consultation. And do that as soon as possible. I've changed a lot of weddings to next year. A lot of my brides have had to chop and change. It's been awful for them. So next year's pretty busy, but I'm happy to have a look at my diary and see what I can do for you. That's no problem at all. So Sally Ann's got Emma in a different dress. How wonderful.
Well,
Can't wait for this new look.
I will have, but you need to zip her up.
Oh, I've got to zip her up. Right. I'm going to hand you over to Sally Ann, and thank you for listening to me. Thank you very much. And thank you to Wedding Fairs Yorkshire. You've been fantastic. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, guys. You'll have heard me chuntering on in the background there, helping out getting Emma dress ready. Obviously, Karen did all the hard work with the makeup, but Emma is a fantastic model anyway. So she's modelling some dresses today that we've had on loan from one of our designers, Hilary Morgan, because we've had a big designer event this weekend, which has been very popular. And I'm now just trying to choose some of my favourite styles so that I can stock them in the boutique. So the first dress that Emma had on was a bit of a boho style with a sexier look because it had the plunging neckline. But obviously, if that's not your look, we can go for something a little more modest. So the next dress Emma will try on is a more modest dress. But still very, very beautiful and very sparkly. So we will show you her in that very shortly when she's ready. So just a little bit about me. I'm obviously here in Batley in the wedding dress shop. We're next door to the main post office, so we're very easy to find. We've lots of free parking, and we stock lots of different designers. So we have dresses by Ronald Joyce, Hilary Morgan, Pure Bridal, and Jennifer Wren. We also stock dresses for curvier ladies. We're currently stocking bridesmaid dresses and prom dresses and mother of the bride outfits. So we do really have something for everybody in your bridal party. So today we're mainly concentrating on the bride as we've had this sort of collaboration that Karen and I have been able to do together. I forgot what I was going to say now. I'll show you Emma. I think that's probably easier. And then I'll go through into the other side of the shop, because our shop is split into two sides. One side we have all our bridal dresses hung on rails, and the other side we dedicate to bridesmaids and to our mother of the bride and prom girls. We have had a lot of prom girls in this week too, so that's nice to know that restrictions will be lifting enough that proms can go ahead in the future. Fingers crossed that it stays that way. So I'm going to turn myself around now, and I'm going to show you Emma in one of the other lovely dresses that Hilary Morgan has let us borrow, which is a beautiful off the shoulder number. You might just see my shoulder there. So there we've got her in a lovely off the shoulder sweetheart neckline. Beautiful, because it's a little bit of a higher back. So if you did want to wear a bra, or if you were a bit conscious about the love handles, which Emma obviously isn't, then it covers a little bit more of your back. It comes right up high for you, and it's a lovely zip fastening. It's only you could have buttons added all the way down the back to give it a bit more of a definition on the back there. So now what Karen's done is she's made this look a little bit different by adding a nice headband, which is one of our Lindsay J headbands that actually splits into two, so you can wear it as a bit of a boho headband. And we've added a lovely sparkly bouquet as well, which is ivory with these sort of vintage brooches. So that gives it a completely different look. I do think that an off-the-shoulder dress like this with the lace sleeves and the bit of diamante gives it a really romantic look. I can see it working in a woodland, yes, somewhere like that. And I could also see it with a full-length cathedral veil, which would also add to the sort of romance of it all. It's a full skirt, and the lace appliques go all the way round it. Emma's swished it beautifully round for us. She's a pro at this. So you can see it has a beautiful train and is extremely comfortable to wear. It's got good construction, and this one, I think when we looked at the price list, it worked out at just over £1,100, didn't it, Emma? Yeah. So it's a good price for such a beautiful dress, and I really think this is one that we need to stock. Yep. I think we need this one. It's a beautiful dress. So thank you for that, Emma. I'm just going to walk around this other side, and I'm going to show you what we've got laid out round here. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. I have another Hilary Morgan dress laid out there for you, because I've had all these extra dresses in the boutique. I thought I'd give you the chance to see them. This is more of a sort of a racer neckline. Again, it's got a sweetheart neckline and the beautiful lace embroidery, but the lace doesn't go all the way down the skirt, it's just on the bodice. I'll home in a little bit closer, and then you can see the lovely detail there on the bodice. And there we go. And then just for a change, I've put a fishtail dress on this mannequin here, which is by Ronald Joyce. Now this is an absolutely dream of a dress. Beautiful fishtail dress with a lot of beading on the bodice. I'll come in a bit closer so that you can see the lovely beading detail there. There you go. So a lot of detail, and this dress has a corseted back to get that perfect fit. And then round here we have one of our mother of the bride outfits, which is a platinum dress with an ivory lace and blush overlay. The pleated satin bodice is very comfortable and flattering to wear. You could team that up with silver shoes and a silver fascinator like I have, or you could pick out the blush, which is embroidered into the skirt, and you could have a blush dress. Get that in the right place. Can't get my camera in the right place. A blush fascinator or hat. And if the bride was having blush bridesmaids like this little flower girl here, that would coordinate beautifully. So that's just one of our mother of the bride outfits that I've put on a mannequin there to show you. The rail round this side is the rail that we have all our Mother of the Bride outfits on. A lot of our designs come in a variety of colours. The richer design ones come in about 30 or 40 different colours. So there's plenty to choose from. And at the moment, they're on a shorter ordering time of around about 8 weeks. So if you're a bride that's getting married with, you know, this side of 2022, oh, look at that.
A wonderful
winter wedding look. That's fantastic. With a lovely veil as well. It's nice when you have assistants in the shop, isn't it? So there we've got Emma dressed up with a lovely winter fur shawl and a nice long cathedral length veil just to add to the romance of it all. So that's absolutely fabulous. You can just see how you can create different looks from the same hairstyle and the same dress, but just dressing it up differently. So I'm just going to go back across here now and we'll finish off our little spiel. There we go. So that's been us. As I say, we've had these dresses on loan from Hilary Morgan, but we are hoping to purchase some of the new styles. What I'll probably do is pop some photographs of Emma modelling the dresses on our Facebook page so that you can see the sort of things that we've had in the shop that girls have had to choose from this weekend. If you missed out on this this weekend's this weekend's designer showcase that we've done, we will be doing more in the future. So just watch out for the events that will be posted on our Facebook and on our Instagram page, so that if you do want to come along and try some different dresses on that we don't normally stock, you will have that option too. If I haven't managed to answer any of your questions in the conversation, I will go back to them later on, as I'm sure will Karen, so that we can you know, answer any of the questions that you might have had while we were doing this. Sometimes we can't quite get to see the phone at the same time as the iPad. We are open still by appointment only. We're still looking out for the social distancing rules. I know things change from tomorrow, so we can meet indoors with up to 2 households, but obviously we don't want to overstep that mark whilst we're in the shop. I'm still taking COVID tests on a regular basis to make sure that I'm staying safe, and I have my second jab booked for the 1st of June, which will keep me safe, but not necessarily you guys. Hopefully we'll all be vaccinated by the end of July, which is the time that the government are hoping to get everybody done by. So fingers crossed for that. So yeah, that's probably where we're at now. I've got Emma's got another look before I finish. Do you know, turn my back on if I turn my back on these two for 5 minutes, they'll find something like magpies, the pair of them. They'll find something else to look at, which is fabulous. So look at this now. So we've got Emma in a beautiful headpiece, which has got a little bit of a champagne tone to it, and the ivory flowers and feathers as well. Again, not necessarily boho, but it works, doesn't it?
So versatile, these dresses,
absolutely. Yeah. So again, showing you how a bit 1920s, isn't it? Actually, a Mother of the Bride could wear that too if she had a champagne outfit. So yeah, I think sometimes flowers like this is better for your more mature bride too, rather than the little roses and things that people tend to put in their hair. So yeah, that looks amazing. And obviously we've got the fur cape, revealing a little more of the cleavage.
It's the hot flushes.
It's the hot flushes, is that what it is? Well, I suppose having a fur shrug on does make you warm, doesn't it? So from me and from Emma, I don't know if we can all get in there, and from Karen, it's thank you ever so much for watching our presentation today. If you have any questions for either of us, drop the comments in the chat and we will do our best to answer you. So thank you ever so much, guys, and thank you to Wedding Fairs Yorkshire for being superstars yet again and doing this lovely virtual show for us, which we think, will be the last virtual, and we'll be back to physical fairs very soon. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all enjoying it today. I'm Charlotte and I run Charlotte Elizabeth Photography, and I want to talk to you today just a little bit about what it is that I do. I've just realised I'm not moving my blanket from behind me, so it's not very on brand, but you'll just have to deal with that, I'm afraid. So, as I say, I'm Charlotte and my business is Charlotte Elizabeth Photography, and I do what is known as a natural documentary style photography. Hi Lana, so yeah, I've not been in the comments earlier because I've been photographing a christening earlier today. It was amazing. It was so lovely to be back in a church and seeing all the family together. There was only 15 people allowed still, but it was really lovely. It's quite a nice blanket, isn't it, Lindsay? We got it on a trip from Scotland, but yeah, it's very warm, which is why I keep it on my sofa for the cold evenings. So, like I say, my style is a natural documentary style photography. Now what that means is, rather than going for the more traditional pose pictures throughout your whole day, what I like to do is capture you and your guests just doing what you do, really. I'm going to show you one of my albums. We're going to go for this lovely orange colour again today. I've not shown you this one for a little while. I'm going to tilt you down slightly so you can see, and hopefully, let me come straight on, you'll be able to see all the images in here. So we have started photographing weddings again, so if you do follow us on our blog, there will be some more real wedding posts coming up starting from the end of the month. You can see the blog over on charlotteelizabethphotography.com, and I usually post links on my Facebook page there as well. Okay, so during the morning of the wedding, we like to get some natural pictures of your hair and makeup. We get your little bits and bobs. This bride had got some mugs with everyone's names on. Some people go for champagne flutes and things like that, but these ladies really loved a good cuppa, which I can completely get on board with. We get your dress before it's worn, your shoes, if you've done any personalised little items, so coat hangers, things like that. You and your bridal robes, if you're going to go matching on that side of things. And get just you and your guests getting ready. I love to get a shoes picture. I have missed that in the last couple of weddings that I've done. We've not been there during the morning to get all the shoes, but yeah, hopefully soon we'll be able to get all you girls together during the mornings. So as long as you've got me as your photographer, we go for your more natural style, which is just photographing what you do. So this lady here was just looking out the window waiting for the wedding cars to come. We've got this father and son helping each other do up their ties, do up their waistcoats, and I'm just around that morning capturing everything. Then we get to your ceremony itself. So for your wedding ceremony, I like to be close to the front to get you exchanging your rings, saying your vows, and all your expressions as we go. The sunflower bouquets, yes, the sunflower bouquets are beautiful. They were, so Laura and Andy had some quite bright flowers. If you can see that middle one as we're walking down the aisle. And it was Julie and Dan, actually, who had actual sunflowers in their bouquet. Beautiful. So this bit's changed slightly. Usually, after you're signed in the register, I'd come to the back of the ceremony room and get that view there. It's now the signing of the statement, I think it's called. I'm writing a blog on it very soon because it's all changed just this month. Regardless, after you've signed that, I will come to the back of the room so you get this beautiful image of the whole of your ceremony room and all your guests, as well as getting you guys exchanging your vows. So we get the best of both worlds. We get your full view plus your close-ups too. There we go. So if you do have any questions as we go along, pop them in the comments, or you can get in touch with me on any of my social media, or you can email me on charlotte@charlotte-elizabeth.com. Oh, so if you don't know about the new electronic register, basically, what's happened is, rather than having the traditional register, which was a paper form that everyone signed round the table as part of your ceremony, it's now all done online. A couple of reasons for this. So it's really good in a way, now we can include both sets of parents, so fathers and mothers. And if you have any stepmoms, stepdads that have been in your life for a long time, they can go on there as well. I think it's a maximum of 8 parents that can go on there. Before, the only way that mums could be involved in your actual marriage certificate was for them to sign as a witness, which is all well and good if your mum's still there and still with us. If not, she couldn't be on it. So it is really good. They've done away with the whole paper situation, so it's all online now. Your marriage certificate actually gets sent to you in the post a week after your wedding, so you don't get presented with that on the day. Yeah, it's been a big change. I've been talking to registrars. It only came in, I think, on the 5th of this month, so it's very, very new. But like I say, I'm currently working on a blog post about it, so I will share that with you all very, very soon, and I'll tell you how it all goes in the real world. Okay, the marriage schedule, that's what it's called, schedule. Did I say statement before? I think I did. So after your ceremony, we go straight into your group shots and your couple shots too. So we like to get your group shots done as soon as possible because it stops anyone being able to wander off. Nobody can go to the loo, to the car, to check in, any of that thing. They're all still there with us and fully present in that situation. From there, we go into your smaller group photos, and then from there, we will go into your couples photos as well. And it's always good to get a bit of confetti involved. I will send it, Alana, thank you. Yeah, Lindsay, it seems like it should have been updated a long time ago, and it just hasn't been. So the only downside from a photographer's point of view, or in terms of your photography, I suppose, is that there's no longer the big book to have that picture of signing the register because there is no big book anymore. So I will miss that a little bit, I think, but we've got to update at some point, haven't we? So while I'm just going through these last few pages, I will talk you through a few of my wedding packages. So there are 2 main packages that I work from. They are a half day and a full day photography. The half day is up to 5 hours photography, with the full day being up to 12 hours. Included in that, you get a USB of all your edited images. You get a pre-wedding session, which is a few months before your wedding, and it acts almost like a practice run of some of the pictures we'll do on your day. They all go on that USB as well. And you get a private online gallery of all those photographs too. Packages start at £9.95, and if you do want an album, they start at £200 from there. So I just wanted to quickly touch on the wedding speeches. The wedding speech reactions are honestly one of my favourite parts of the day. We get all the embarrassment, all the hilarity. It's fantastic. There's some really, really good expressions that come out there. And then as we go further into your evening, we do your cake cutting, your first dance, and then I always like to stay a little bit later to get everybody on the dance floor. So after your first dance, there's a shift. I don't know what happens, but guests tend to get on the dance floor, start busting out some crazy moves. So I do like to stick around just that little bit longer to get your guests doing their thing. So we've got spinning, twirling, properly going for it. Generally, on a full day photography, I will leave just as your evening buffet comes out, generally somewhere between 9 and half 9. So we've got loads of time to get everything that you could possibly need during your day, plus all your guests having a great time during the evening, including your evening guests too. Here we go. And then these are just a few of the first dance pictures. Gin o'clock, probably gin o'clock to be honest, but who am I to say? Maybe there's just something in the air that happens after your first dance. Who knows? Who knows? So if you do want to see any more of my work, you can see that on the wedding page at charlotteelizabethphotography.com. There's also my real wedding section on there, so you can see loads of other brides and grooms, their weddings start to finish, and pre-wedding sessions as well, so you can see what goes on with them. Right, so I'm just going to answer a couple of questions that I get asked a lot. Let me just move you again a little bit. Here we go. So the first question that I get asked an awful lot is, how many images do you get? It completely depends on what your guests do and how long your package is. So if you've got a huge family and you're wanting 70 different combinations of group pictures, we can absolutely do that, but obviously you will get more pictures than if you just want 3 group combinations. If you've also got a large wedding, then we'll need to look at more people during the day. I'll be mingling around a little bit more. There'll be more interactions with other guests and things like that. So you're going to get more images that way as well. I will be in touch with you very soon, Lindsay, to organise all the details. It's usually around 3 months before that I get in touch with you to organise your pre-wedding shoots. I'm a bit behind during May because it's been a bit mad since being able to open, to be honest. So I will be in touch with you very soon, I promise. Let me have a look. So when to book is another question that we do get asked an awful lot. There's no right or wrong answer to this. Basically, as soon as you know that you want any wedding supplier, I would strongly suggest getting in touch with them. I still have some availability for later this year. But if you're getting married in 2023, I now have 4 weddings booked in for then, and I can only do 1 a day. So if you're getting married 2023 and your wedding date is already gone, there's nothing I can do. So like with any supplier, most of us can only do 1 wedding a day. Get in touch with us as soon as you are thinking about potentially booking us, even if it's just to start a conversation. You'll then be on our radar. So if we do get more inquiries, we can let you know. I've also been asked quite a lot about different COVID rules and things like that. Again, this is a little bit of a weird one. We are coming out of it now. I know I've seen in the comments, I heard from the last speakers, so Karen and Elegance Bridal, I think have got vaccines and things. It's all looking like we're coming out of it, so I'm not too concerned about that for the coming months. However, if you do need to change your date with me because of COVID, I'm currently doing that free of charge. So you're not going to be charged any extra at all, no matter whether you change your booking for a future year, whatever you want to do. If you do have any questions on that, do let me know. I'm happy to talk through anybody's concerns, I suppose, about COVID, because I know it's been a huge part of all our lives for a very long time now, longer than any of us anticipated, I think. If you did want to book, you can get in touch with me on Charlotte at charlotte-elizabeth.com. You can give me a call, you can get in touch on social media, or I do have a wedding date checker on my website as well. Now, the website is charlotte-elizabethphotography.com. Just head to the wedding page, you can see the packages there, you can see some more examples of my work, and down at the bottom there is a place where you can just pop in your wedding date and we can talk through all your details from there. If you do want to go ahead with a booking, I need a £200 booking fee and a signed contract to secure your date. So both those things will secure your date. Your final payment is then due 30 days before your wedding. So if you were to book tomorrow for a 2023 wedding, we would take that booking fee and your signed contract tomorrow, and then your final payment wouldn't be due for another couple of years. So you have got time to save or anything like that if that's what you need to do. Let me have a quick look at some more of the questions I have. So, second photographers. Here is one that I've been asked more and more recently, actually. There are a few second photographers that I can work with. as standard, it is just me. If you do want a second photographer for any reason, we can have a chat through that, make sure that it's not something that I can do by moving between places or anything like that. If you do decide a second is where you want to go, then I do have people that I work with quite a lot, so we can work with that. My thumb ring. It's from a craft fair that was in the Whitby Pavilion when I was 12. There you go. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. If you do want any jewellery or anything like that, though, I do have a beautiful friend who makes the most stunning jewellery. So yeah, let me know and I can pass on her details for you. She's pretty good. Okay, I think we've got time for just a couple more questions. So let me have a quick look. What do I do if I've not been to your venue before? That's really easy. I go. So we can either go as part of your pre-wedding session and we can get that all sorted there. We can walk around together, see where the best place I think is for photos, where places that you particularly love. If you don't want to do your pre-wedding session at your venue, or if it's not practical to do that, I'll always do a visit beforehand. There's very few exceptions to that rule. So I did a wedding in Scotland a few years ago. I didn't visit that venue before, but I did have a conversation with the wedding coordinator and we had a full kind of virtual tour almost, back before that was the cool thing to do. So I do always make sure that I know the space and that I at least have spoken to the wedding coordinator and people who are going to be on the ground on the day, so we know what we're doing and where to go and things like that. And finally, how long does it take to get your photographs back? Well, at the moment, it's taking me anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks to get your photos back to you. In busy periods, it can take up to 6 weeks. So, could you involve a couple of close family in the pre-wedding shoot? Of course, yeah. So if you've got children, if you've got pets, if you want to get your mums and dads involved, bring them along. What we'll do is it goes through a kind of a practice almost of what we're going to be doing on your day. So we can do a few family photos and then get some of just you two on your own, just to run through a few of the poses so we know what we're doing with that as well. But yeah, anyone that you want to get involved, basically, I'm happy to meet anyone. So yeah, it's always lovely to meet people before the day. Okay, I think that's about all I've got time for today. So if you do want to get in touch with me, you can find me on charlotteelizabethphotography.com. You can email me on charlotte@charlotte-elizabeth.com, and you can find me on all the social medias. I'm everywhere at the moment. If you do want to use that wedding date checker, you can find that on the wedding page, along with some more real wedding examples, and I've got a wedding tips blog on there as well. And finally, on my website too, there is a link if you do want to sign up to my wedding newsletter. What I'm doing is every month I send out just a few tips and hints to couples about wedding planning, different traditions that we've got and why we've got them, and anything new that's happening, which has been quite useful over the past few months. And as I say, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the changes that are happening with the marriage register very soon as well. Right, it's been lovely to speak to you all today, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I will speak to you all soon. Bye.
Thank you, Charlotte. An amazing video, and indeed to everybody who's presented today. What a wonderful way to end the virtual show season. Guys, thank you so much indeed for taking part in today's event. We really enjoyed keeping in touch with you over the last few months, and indeed we're looking forward to seeing you at some real events in the very, very short future. Do tune in. If you're not coming to next week's show, do tune in. We are going to be broadcasting it on Facebook, so please do check that out from 12 o'clock. For any information on what we're up to, go to weddingfairsyorkshire.com, and the ticket link for all of our shows is forbrides.co.uk. Guys, this is our last virtual show, so we will see you at a physical one, hopefully in the very, very near future. We have a full list of events on our website, And of course, you know the ticket link already. And we've got lots and lots coming up. We do have a coffee catch up every Wednesday, normally around 12:30. So if you want to know what we're up to, if you've got any questions for us, then please do tune in for that, and we'll be happy to help you where we can. And of course, if there's any supplier that you want any more information from, then please do go and check out their own social media. They are on our YouTube channel as well if you want to recap on any of their presentations. So once again, guys, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking part in these events, and we look forward to seeing you at a real event very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of